Into the final round of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, we're reminded of Tianlong Guan, still the youngest to have ever won it, just 14 when he took the title in 2012 in Thailand and then made the cut at the Masters. Taisei Nagasaki is 16 years old, on the precipice of becoming the second youngest after smashing the 54-hole scoring record. Now trying to join the greats from his country who've reached the amateur mountaintop in this region. Back-to-back champion Hideki Matsuyama, Takumi Kanaya, and Keita Nakajima, who stood tall after a dramatic playoff right here in Dubai 4 years ago. There's a lot on the line. An invitation to the Masters and a spot in the Open. A lot on the shoulders of a teenager whose dreams could be realized today in Dubai. The Asia Pacific Golf Confederation, in partnership with the Masters Tournament and the R&A, proudly present the 2025 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Well, Chairman Ridley said it best in addressing the players at the gala last night. Golf is your passport to opportunities in life. This week, a chance to experience magnificent Dubai along the Persian Gulf. And for the winner, the Masters and the Open next year. Emirates Golf Club with rich history. Seve and Tiger and Rory have all won right here. And with an exciting finishing stretch, we could see some dramatic swings in momentum in the 16th edition of one of the game's most significant amateur championships. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, 15 times a winner around the world. Steve Burkowski, an Australian professional. Paul Gow on the golf course, and Amanda Balionis with interviews and stories. And we have one developing here in the final round. Nagasaki began with a 5-shot lead. Frank wobbles right out of the gates.
And Rich, it looks like it's going to be anything other than a cakewalk. Now at 2, the very, very short par 4. This one for birdie, though, to redeem it.
And another miss. She's going to maybe lose some confidence. Now at the 4th, there's another Japanese standout at the par 3. It's Rintaro Nakano.
Dangerous tee shot, water on the right. Oh, this is great.
So just like that, beginning to pick up ground. Chip into that lead.
That is a huge 2.
So now Nagasaki. And that's a hard lip out. That was for par at the 4th.
So a 2-shot swing now to 5. Par attempt now for the leader. Rich, we're starting to see cracks.
So back-to-back bogeys for Taisei Nagasaki. Now Rintaro Nakano for his par. That singes the right edge. He's 1 under on his round, but he has pulled it within 2 shots of the lead. Just like that. So maybe the leader feeling a little bit of pressure. He's already made 3 bogeys, and Frank, he had made just 2 through 54 holes.
He's been so eruditely tight with his game through the first 3 rounds, 67, 67, and 65. But today, Rich, the only way to put it is so much is on the line just for one player to win.
It's Sunday. Now we're with the final group. And we are at the 8th hole. Don't discount FIFA Laopakti from Thailand, highest ranked player in this field, standout player at Arizona State.
So many players are being brought back into contention now with the poor start from the 16-year-old.
This is Laopakti.
Surprisingly putting it through the rough. So he's quick once he gets to the putting surface.
Might want to rethink that choice of clubs. That one really got away. It's the issue when you're putting it through that rough, Frank. You feel the need to sort of bang it.
Well, I know our own Steve Burkowski is out there as we have one more look at this coming out of the rough. Problem is when the ball's sitting down there, there's a tendency to bounce upwards. That one did not. I mean, it had the skid. It was just overhead.
See the Sun Devil logo on that golf ball. Arizona State won a couple of college tournaments already. And now Nagasaki.
From just off the back of the green.
He's really touched that.
Chance. Oh, and another cold-hearted lip out.
At least that settled the ship. 3 straight pars now.
Exactly, Frank. A stress-free 4 there, and now 3 in a row after that indifferent beginning here on the opening 9, but a wonderful opportunity for Rintaro Nakano on a very similar line. This for birdie to get within 1.
Those putts were going in yesterday.
Burko, what's the vibe like down there?
We got a really good crowd out here. I know a champion likely to come from this final group, and you can feel the tension both in and outside the ropes.
Chance to get to within 1. Turn for home. That stays on that right side with some pace on it. Work remaining for Rintaro Nakano, who finished 30 a year ago back home in Japan.
Also, that took 2 little breaks past the hole, Rich. It's going to be tricky coming back.
Give you a look now at our featured groups here on this final day. Sunghyun Ahn from Korea, and then Michiro Katano made a hole-in-one yesterday. We'll show you that in just a bit. That was the 11th hole. And then from China, Shiwan Chang. Billy Dowling, talented player from Australia. We've enjoyed watching Kain Hung Lei from Vietnam, who is headed to play college golf from Mike Small at Illinois, one of the elite programs. Harry Takis is playing at San Diego State, and he's from Australia. And now the final grouping, precocious teenager, Taisei Nagasaki, and then the steely-eyed Rintaro Nakano, also from Japan. Such a prolific group of players, and then FIFA Laopakti from Thailand. See the colors of the UAE building on the left. This is the Majlis course. Team all across Emirates Golf Club, place to socialize and gather. Tent-like structures, and now the par putt for Laopakti. This is pretty crucial here.
Really is, considering that Nagasaki's opened the door a little bit for chasers. FIFA doesn't want to get another one back here.
Bounce straight off the blade. It's pull 5.
Back 5 on top of the 6 that he made at the par 5 third, Frank. And for the waste shots, particularly when you're chasing from as far back as he has been. He started 6 back of the lead. Here's Harry Takis at the 9th. This for birdie.
The slipperyest putt on this golf course right here. Not much happening for this group today. Bit of a rough start for all of them. All, not making any birdies.
Paul Gal is following this group. Now, Nakano for his par.
This is day 2 back. He's been a fixture at this championship the last 2 years, inside the top 4 after the last 7 rounds of this event.
Hold it. That is a brutal 3-putt, Frank.
Above the hole, you've got to respect that, but especially when he was making the move. And he's the more experienced of the 2 Japanese players, especially being in the hunt last year. 7th bogey of the week.
He turns 22 next month. Nagasaki's 16. Kain Hung Lei for birdie at the 9th.
A great read off Takis here. Just coming off a birdie on 8.
And It's an eagle putt here at the 10th hole for the UAE's Ahmed Sheikh.
Trying to get his first top 10 in this championship.
Hurry. Oh, wow. So his brother Mohammed hit the first tee shot on Thursday morning. Wonderful honor, as Ahmed did 4 years ago when this tournament was held nearby at Dubai Creek and Yacht Club. There's some good play from Ahmed Sheikh this week as he is trying to pick up a top 10 finish. Now at the 9th.
Tee shot down the right-hand side, trying to take it over that fairway bunker.
Not be far enough back from the left, but ambitious line.
So he smashed that tournament record. 17 under par. Frank, that's on a level of what we've seen from the great professionals through the years who have made their mark in winning here at Emirates Golf Club. Guys like Tiger and Rory, and we mentioned Seve.
Yeah, I mean, the scoring record was 24 under. That was miles in front. There was DeChambeau around here. So it was on record pace, plus the 5-stroke lead. But Anthony Vidaka, that was at Royal Melbourne, and he did not fold at all that day. Now, FIFA?
Tee shot back into the wind off the right.
Perfect.
Rintaro Nakano.
See how he can bounce back after that bogey now. 3 off the lead.
Needs to get lucky on that line. That's right at the bunker.
So umbrellas up here in the Dubai heat. Pressure is ratcheted up as well with so much on the line. It's the final round of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
It's all changed so quickly. So I say Nagasaki, 5-shot lead at the start of the day. It was trimmed to 2, but fortunate for his fellow countryman has just dropped a single shot back at the 8th. So the lead now spread out to 3. But Harry Takis from Australia, certainly now in touching distance, as well as FIFA, Laopakti. Even the 9-unders, really, when you consider this back 9, 3 par 5s, we've talked about it all week. So many opportunities in that back 9. Speaking of Takis, now this is reachable straight down breeze.
Fuck off, bro.
Down in the Bermuda. Strong contingent, as we expected, for the Australian team. Finished second in the World Amateur Team Championship just 2 weeks ago in Singapore. That was played at Tanamera. Was there. So 6 back. It's a great back 9. Here's a piece of fairway. Better lie though. Back 9, 10, 13, and 18.
The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? IBM, let's create smarter business. AT&T, who believes connecting changes everything. And Mercedes-Benz, drive with precision on and off the course. Reliable sunshine here in Dubai, that's for sure. That's why the DP World Tour, then the European Tour, has been coming here since the late 1980s. And right now, where we've been pretty much all week, into the low to mid 90s. They like to say here in Dubai there are two seasons, summer and super summer. Probably don't want to be outside July and August in super summer. Average temperatures about 105 degrees. But in another month or so, absolutely ideal. See temperatures in the low 80s. Rory and Tommy Fleetwood, Shane Lowry, some of the greats will be here in the coming weeks for the DP World Tour season ender. Now at the 9th, and Rintaro Nakano.
Yeah, decision to make here. Ball sitting down in the rough, 182 yards into that back left hole location. Wind in and off the right, but it's going to be the trees 10, 15, 20 yards in front of them that could pose the big problem. If you'd like to try to cut it out of there, well, that wind certainly going to be a factor, and you don't want to miss short or left.
Greens have firmed up a bit, try to reduce the water on the golf course. That's a good shot.
And Nagasaki far enough back from the face of the bunker, 166. That's heading left.
There's water left.
Wow. Yet another mistake by the championship leader. I say Nagasaki has already made 3 bogeys.
Yeah, to make a double bogey this week. One more look. Suspect a little bit of sand behind the ball. And it's a good inch or so behind.
Laopakti
from 164. Just right of it. Should be right center of the green.
So another sizable development here.
This is one of the key holes, Rich. I mean, there's only a few out here that you can really score a big number on. This being one of them. One more look. Fairway bunker. So much green on the right. And that is a yellow penalty area. So you're just dropping it up by the side of the green.
Far cry from what we saw yesterday. Began the 3rd round, a shot back birdie 4 of his first 7. The leader stumbled, raced away to a 5-shot lead beginning this final round.
That's interesting there. If you see the 2 stakes just up ahead, that's where it goes to yellow. But because it didn't cross the yellow, he's taking the red penalty area drop, which is back in line.
And Rich, to your point, watching Nagasaki the first 3 days, the moment, the stage didn't appear to ever be too big for him. But as you know, Sunday, the situation, things can change in a hurry.
And just like this. So those first 3 rounds combined, he was 9 under on the front. And now he's 2 over, in jeopardy of going to 3, and who knows, maybe 4 over. For this final round of the first 9 holes. There are 3 par 5s on the second 9. Chance to make up ground.
But this is the 9 that he played better than anybody else in the field. Very little green to work with from that angle.
Yeah, 87 yards in. Again, that wind hurting off the right.
Now it's a mental test as much as anything. Fantastic shot right there. Up to the challenge. He'll have that for a bogey. If he makes it, he goes out in 3 over 38. See what Nakano does. Right now, the lead for this young man is 3 shots. Here's Rintaro Nakano. Urko, he's a big guy. Rintaro Nakano, about 6 feet 2 inches tall, powerful. And we'll get back to that in just a moment. Take you to the 11th hole.
Day after he made 1 here yesterday.
It's Kenichiro Katano.
Hit an 8-iron yesterday. Similar club today. Greens really have firmed up. More difficult hole location in the back. Interesting to see how the leaders play that hole today.
Take you back to the 9th. Unmistakably Dubai. One of the densest skylines in the world. It's all sprung up from the desert sands just in the last 30 years alone. Now, Rintaro Nakano.
Yeah, long look at birdie. Straight downwind, straight downhill, straight down grain. And Frank, we've seen a few of these putts from this distance where the pace has gotten away from him over the weekend.
You just want something close. That's all. I need to be a hero right now. Hasn't even got it inside Nagasaki's marker. Poor putt.
Harry Takis, par 5, 10th.
Well, this is where it's got to happen for these guys. They've got to go low here on the back 9. This one heading a little bit left. I don't think he can get to the green from there.
Oh, what a great bounce. Now an eagle chance.
Harry Takis is not out of this by any stretch. In fact, he could jump right back into it if he knocks that in. Laopakti for birdie at the 9th.
Looking to bookend the front 9 with birdies at 1 and 9. And that too racing by.
I wonder if they're getting fooled, Frank, by the speed of the greens here.
They're also putting, the breeze is coming from that side, but they're certainly not learning from each other. Nice touch there, the black band. Queen Mother of Thailand passed away 2 days ago. At the age of 93, she was very popular around the world. Renowned for her beauty, style, and charm.
Queen Mother Circuit.
Ranked players coming in this week. Steve, his college career is set.
No doubt about it. Fico Laopakti, a standout at Arizona State. Couple of college wins already under his belt for head coach Matt Thurman, who joined us earlier in the week. And as we're going to see on the back 9, especially those par 5s, pound for pound, FIFA regarded as the longest hitter in all of college golf. But right now his focus is on this putt. Consider that Nagasaki opened the door for the 2 closest chasers. They might all walk off this green with 5, Frank.
The unthinkable. So if you knock this in, you can gain at least a shot.
Kenichiro Katano at the 11th hole.
Definitely quicker today, Rich. There's more machine on these greens.
Back at the 9th.
Equally as big of a par putt for Rintaro Nakano right here.
Mistake at 8. Now a mistake at 9.
Frank, we've seen a lot of missed putts from this grouping here.
There's a reason for that, Rich. There's a trip to the Masters, a trip to the Open. All on the line today. This would be some 5.
It sure would, and it would be his 4th bogey of the front 9, but one he might look back on later in the day to say kept him together if he ends up winning this championship.
Oh, he sneaks it in the left side. Great 5. Out in 3 over 38. Could be worse. Nakano is going to drop at least a shot here. He has to be kicking himself because the door was wide open.
Yeah, the last 2 holes have been a waste, dropping shots at 8 and 9.
Frank, you've been there. Heads down, but you have to remind yourself there's a lot of golf to be played. Still a great chance.
Oh, there is. The 3 par 5s, the drivable 17th. We talked about the finish here all week. Just so many opportunities. We've got one right here with Takis.
This could change the complexion of the championship. Harry Takis from Australia for Eagle.
He's seen the leaderboard on 9 and said, game on.
Good run.
So Takis will have that. So pull within 3.
Par putt for Kenichiro Katano. Okay, that's good work. Not quite what we saw yesterday, the hole-in-one at the 11th. We had a few cameras out there. We decided to document the story from a variety of angles. Lots of smiling faces of kids who are falling in love with golf. Have a look. Now at the 11th hole, the par 3, this Kenichiro Katano.
Oh, look out. One more. Whoa!
Yes.
I'm so happy.
We just saw amazing hole-in-one by a Japanese player. Yeah, he was really happy.
He was happy and joyful.
Yeah, we had a shocked face.
The youngster with the glasses stole the show. He's Mr. Personality this week. And Kenichiro Katano is his name on the plaque inside the clubhouse. Those youngsters part of the Future Falcons developmental program run by the Emirates Golf Federation, ages 6 to 16. They have generated a lot of excitement and momentum. General Abdullah Al-Hashmi, everyone at the Federation really proud of what they've done and what's in the pipeline, Frank.
Yeah, it's a great initiative. We might just see one of those 2 youngsters next year. Now, FIFA at 10 needs to make his move from now. First of the 3 par 5s coming in.
Certainly does. Tee shot, downwind, off the right. He has the length to reach every par 5 out here.
That's heading towards the rough. They prefer the desert area. They're cleaner lie.
Head on the green. This is Billy Dowling, also of Australia.
Quick. Oh, great birdie there. Was in trouble there momentarily. It's another one in contention. Just fall back now.
Back to Taisei Nagasaki.
You guys mentioned no one played the front nine better the first 3 rounds than Taisei at 9 under. He could also find a little bit of comfort that he's played the back nine 8 under the first 3 days. The miss we have seen the last couple of rounds has been to the right.
Set.
The 10th green is Kai Hung Lei from Vietnam.
See Vietnam in the mix, a junior program.
Hurry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back on the tee at 10.
Katano also in need of a really good one here on the backside.
Big guy can generate quite a bit of speed. 3/4 back, not unlike John Law. Harry Takis after the good run at Eagle. This for the birdie to get to within 3. Goodness. Just flat out hoop that one. That hurts. Really good run at Eagle, and he walks off with a bitterly disappointing 3-putt par at the 10th. And the other 2 guys made birdie, and he looked to be sitting in the catbird seat. So we're thinking about biggest comebacks in Asia Pacific Amateur Championship history. Curtis Luck, who also won a U.S. Amateur, came from 7 back in 2016. You remember Jasper Stubbs down at Royal Melbourne.
That's right. Made a huge putt on 18 in that 3-way playoff. He came from 6 back. If you look at the top 2, both Australians, they spoke to Paul Gow this morning, the Australian team. That's why they believe that they still had a chance coming in. Billy Dowling and Harry Takis.
Right now, both those guys are 4 shots back. Takis should be 3. Just a harsh lip out at the 10th. Here is Billy Dowling.
Challenging the back hole location. Oh, that's a great shot, Rich. That gives them a chance.
They're at the point now. They're just flag hunting. They have to go get it. Sometimes that's when guys play their best golf. Just let it rip.
So many opportunities around here. This is one of the rare straight holes straight away. Players are actually favoring left. I don't know why. It just runs out on that side around 300 yards. Little cut, or perhaps challenge the right side. This is should be the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And especially with the holes cut today, that front bunker does catch a few shots. There's no 2 ways about it. But anything pitching just over is going to run within 15, 20 feet. Really is a good eagle proposition, especially for the chasers.
Can be an exciting back 9, Frank.
So it really is. I mean, there's very few holes you can make a big number coming in here. There's a little bit more water on the front side, but I mean, it's easy to say par 5s are easy to birdie, but you've got to try and make 4. If you make birdie 3 par 5s, 17, you easily pick up 4 shots.
So doable for the guys who are at 10 under and 4 shots back.
Most, definitely. There's a couple of difficult par 4s. Got to keep your nose clean. And the par 3s are a little interesting. But these, you must try and make your 4 on the 3 par 5s today.
Frank, if you could get in Taisei Nagasaki's ear, what would you advise him in terms of a reset here?
We saw it yesterday, Rich. I mean, it looks like he's trying to match the other 2 for power, which he did not try and do yesterday.
To the 11th hole, Kai Hung Lei.
Rich coming off a beautiful birdie. This is 7-iron from back here, 179. He struck the ball beautifully. That's way up in the air, trying to turn right to left.
Good shot. Stylish swinger of the club, Frank.
Good rhythm. A little bit like FIFA. Those 2 swings quite similar.
10th hole.
Yeah, Nagasaki getting ready for second. 235 front, 248 hole. Ball sitting reasonably well. A little bit downwind. And we have marveled the last 3 days how he has stuck to his game plan. You guys just referenced the fact maybe wavering ever so slightly. Let's see if he can dial it back in and what could be one of the most important 9-hole stretches of his young career.
Steve, the front bunker's not bad here. That would be the preferred miss.
Correct.
Not the right bunker. Well, there's very little green to work with from that side. It's another mental mistake.
Iffy shot there too, Frank. And the risk of bleeding out in the bunker.
You have so much green left of this flag with the front bunker. Get above the hole. We saw that at 8. Door once again opened. Katano.
Can he take advantage from 231 ball sitting reasonably well? See if he can launch this iron straight up into the air. Might need to go.
Good go.
7.
Okay. So he started the day 5 shots back. He turns in 1 over, and he's picked up 2 shots.
We've marveled at his strength. See the strong left-handed grip. A little bit more club face rotation through impact.
Katano has said that he's going to turn professional very soon. If he wins this week, though, he'll obviously remain amateur.
Laopakti, good lie from the desert area. 223, the palm just in front of him to the left shouldn't be an issue.
This is some shot, Frank.
Great shot. Great shot.
Yes, it is. So Laopakti with a chance for an eagle at the 10th now. There's Lei from Vietnam. This to get to -11.
Beautiful shot in here, a little bit right to left. This kid is fighting back. Just needs to reach. Oh. Prior to that shot, Takis was in the left-hand trap. Hit a beautiful little shot out to about 4 or 5 feet. Still seething after a 3-putt, which he 3-putted on Saturday also from the same position.
Vietnam emerging as a golf country. Golf courses being built over there. Sir Nick Faldo has done some work. They have a good program in place. I want to see more players coming. Kind Lei.
They try and play a junior tournament every week. Paul, that's the difference. I know you're involved heavily with golf in Australia with the young guys too, trying to get them to compete on a regular basis.
It's very difficult now. All these tournaments around the world they are getting to, but from a domestic point of view, there's just a handful of really good ones. There's a good pathway, that's for sure, and we are producing some really good golfers. As we watch Billy here. He rolls that in nicely after making a bogey on 8, birdie 10 and 11. I spoke to him up the fairway on 10, and both of them, Harry and Billy, said, hey, this is really, really gettable, this leader.
So back-to-back birdies to begin the second 9 for Billy Dowling, and just like that, he is tied for second, 3 behind the lead. Takis now for his par.
Yeah, Takis actually did say, he said, I couldn't believe that a 16-year-old was leading and shooting the scores that the leader has been producing. He said he would be sick in his belly with that lead.
Takis 4 behind. So Frank, this is a critical hit shot coming up here for the leader.
A lot depends on the lie, Steve. I know whether you decide for a flop or a little bit of a spinner, but this is where you've got to hedge your bets a little bit. 5, it's not what you want, but walk away with it with 5. It's not the worst case scenario.
Correct. The lie's not very good. Sitting down a clump of grass behind the ball, maybe his own that transpire over the first 9.5 holes. Love your attack, Franco. Hit it on the green, take a 20 or 30 footer, leave here with no worse than 5. And you guys talked about the second shot. Man, that's not where you want to miss it. And Nagasaki's in recent years carries a journal. He writes down everything about a round, very diligent, very intentful and purposeful. I think he played so well the first 3 days, he didn't write anything down about missing it right at the green here at 10.
There's a good article at aacgolf.com written by one of the really fine golf journalists in this region, Joy Chakravarty, about Taisei Nagasaki. They just talk about how excited they are at his potential. He's going to grow, about how thoughtful he is, and he's being tested right now.
As good as you can do from there, guys.
That's fine. Outside chance for 4. This game is not to make 2 mistakes in a row.
It's one of those rare cases, Frank, where you can almost take a little bit of momentum from a bogey. It could have been worse at the 9th hole.
Yeah, but then you've got to get back to playing the sort of golf is where one more look. I mean, it's very well played. Notice when you're in the rough there, allowing the club to strike the grass with 4. It's going to take some of the speed off, so take a slightly bigger spin, swing. It does open the door now. Nakano. Outside chance for an eagle.
Yeah, if not, try to get up and down and get at least 1.
Stance compromised.
Those two guys trying to follow in the footsteps of these Japanese greats. Certainly Hideki Matsuyama, Frank, you were on the call when he won back-to-back.
Yeah, well, they're trying to tie China too with 5 champions. Being prolific here. And of course, they would have the double in Dubai with Keita Nakajima winning here 4 years ago.
Matsuyama, Kanaya, Nakajima, world #1s in the amateur ranks. Laopakti, this for Eagle. This could change the vibe out there, Burko.
It certainly could, as he looks to become the first player from Thailand to win this championship. Could jumpstart a back 9 run right here.
Good pace. So FIFA will tap for his birdie. Get to 11 under par.
And as we watch Nagasaki get ready for this birdie opportunity, worth revisiting yesterday, guys, the holes 9 through 12. Frank, this was the stretch. He had a few wobbles in about an hour time.
Exactly. He actually hasn't birdied this hole all week.
Burko, this young man has a link to another all-time Japanese great, doesn't he?
Certainly does. Part of Tommy Nakajima's academy in Japan. And 2 years ago, Tommy told Taisei, the real test of whether you can become the 1% of the 1% in this game, it starts now. That was 2 years ago. But Tommy said, I'm sure you can do it.
hold on.
And of course, Tommy Nakajima, great player in my era, and also was on the call for Hideki Matsuyama's victory at the Masters.
And so Taisei has an older brother, Kushin Nagasaki.
Yeah, Kushin's actually 2 years older than Taisei, and that's what stimulated the family to move to Miyazaki, which is on the southern coast, down the bottom there of Japan. And they actually moved their family for the older brother. But it's been Taisei that's really flourished with the move.
Tommy Nakajima won 48 times on the Japan Golf Tour. Finished top 10 at all 4 major championships. As part of the 1986 Masters, famously won by Jack. Now, enormous birdie putt for Rintaro Nakano.
Yeah, the door has been opened. Now it's time to run through it if you want to win this championship.
Third consecutive wasted opportunity for Rintaro Nakano. Shoulders are slumped, heads down.
He's going to hide in the corner for a little while.
All 3 players in this final grouping, Frank, are over par.
Opportunity knocks, really. I don't think they expected Taisei to struggle that much, but right now they've only got themselves to blame.
And everything in this final group, guys, has seemed to slow down ever so slightly.
Okay, that was pure, hard-fought 5. What typically has been an easy hole. At this point, he'll take it.
It's back-to-back 5s. It could have been worse. Nakano just to match the same score.
Disappointed as he is, he's still not out of it. Tension-filled Sunday. Nagasaki goes to the 11th, beating boundary.
Everything's changed over the last couple of hours. The 16-year-old sensation who turned 16 22 days ago. Looked like he was going to bust his way into the record books. The lowest score ever recorded after 54 holes in the Asia Pacific Championship, but it's all changed. Now Australia back in the hunt with Billy Delling and Harry Takis. His fellow countryman Rintaro Nakano only 3 back. Don't discount Vietnam or Thailand. Lei and Laopakti very much in it at -10, especially if you know the nature of this golf course with the closing stretch. Some player today will match that skyline and be a little taller and a little higher than the rest. "19 countries in the end out of the 41 did make the weekend. Find your favorite down there. 24 players so far this week in red numbers. Standard continues to get better and better. Dubai, what a great host for the second time.
Well, for more information championship video and live stats, go to aacgolf.com. And second shot now, 12th hole for Harry Takis.
Just coming out of the desert there with no pin on the left-hand side, nice and tight. Drops back into the breeze. He's hoisted this way up in the air, trying to draw it back to this pin. Oh, that's a fantastic shot.
Is it ever? Seen guys from that desert waste area throughout the week hit some phenomenal shots.
Now back at 11.
Yeah, Laopakti coming off that birdie, 11 under, 3 back, 179, all the way to that back hole location, about 4 or 5 paces behind it, wind down and off the left.
Another great shot. Aesthetically the best swing this week out of the field.
Superb. Billy Dowling now, second shot, 12th hole.
Just coming out of this rough, the ball lying not too bad. He's taken plenty of club here because it's going past the pin.
The green, that will be fast.
Take 2 from there. Race to that par 5 13th. Taisei Nagasaki. Lead is 3.
Looking left, trying to get a gauge of the wind, missed the green, short right here yesterday. The wind again starting to sway just a bit.
10, 15 feet left of the flag with the breeze. Help it back. It's not to be. Oh, carried the bunker. That's good now.
That'll turn the tide for Nagasaki. Boy, some round going here for the Australian Declan O'Donovan.
This is the famous hole location here at 18. It's super fast.
Frank, he is 7 under on the round today. 7 under 65 by Nagasaki, round of the week so far. That was yesterday. Now, Rintaro Nakano.
2 good ones in there.
Safe side. He's been out of sorts for the last couple of days. Messed up yesterday. Scraped 71. Declan O'Donovan, he's had a great 2025. He won the 120th Canadian Amateur Championship, earning a spot in next year's Canadian Open. Earlier this month, he finished second individual in the Eisenhower Trophy in Singapore, and now a terrific Sunday here in Dubai with a 65.
Final group head their way to the 11th. We just saw what you can do on the back 9 here. The Australian Declan O'Donovan played the last 9 holes 5 under. One more look at the 11th. Par 3. 179 yards. Biggest issue today really is the ridge and that bunker on the left. Nagasaki narrowly carried that just where the green starts to open up. Breeze is kicking in from the left side today. One of the more contoured greens. 3 excellent tee shots. 16-year-old. 16-year-olds are young. Stamp his name in the history books. Just over a year ago, he was ranked 4,200 in the world. It's a bit like trying to build one of those buildings to his meteoric rise. He's now the 135th ranked player in the world in less than 12 months. Same sort of ambition. And quick little look at the 12th. If you look closely, there's our cameraman Paul Egerton up there. We wish him well. He was a little under the weather a couple of days ago, but he's been out here giving us all these great pictures like the rest of our crew. But Eggy, good to see you out there working your guts out, mate. Appreciated by all.
Billy Dowling birdies at 10 and 11. He'd be thrilled to walk out of here at 12 with a par.
Frankie got it right. This is very quick, but he's given it, just hasn't given it enough here. It's got to go. Well, this is one tricky pin for this week, that's for sure.
That had a lot of creep and crawl in it. Harbinger of what's ahead. Japanese fans out here. Two of their favorite sons are in the mix here, including Rintaro Nakano, if he can just find a spark, Frank.
Missed some short ones, so you never know. Might just make the long one. This for birdie.
Up the hill first half, second half runs away to his left.
Better speed.
I could see the body language improve just a little bit, Frank. We talked about the shoulders are slumping, and understandable when you've three-putted, you know, from short range, but they're right in it.
A bit like the Australians, they're trying to pound their way out there. Now Takis, here's a chance to close the gap.
Difficult putt this, double breaker. Left to right, right to left.
Yeah, that's what came up just short. 4, and back to 11.
Nagasaki has spent a good amount of time sizing up this birdie effort, one that should have a little movement from his left to right.
This is a case, Burko, where Nagasaki's putting pressure on himself more so than other guys are putting pressure on him.
Agreed, and the same could be said for the other two in this group. You just referenced body language. You know, it's when do you start looking at the other guy as well? I know they always talk about staying to your game plan, don't watch, don't look around, but as these holes start to disappear in the back nine, you have to be aware of the situation.
That has been the story of this day. It's a good putt. Tap for the par. So 2 pars to begin his back nine. Stays at 14 under.
What do you think the key holes now? 12, par 4 coming up, 14, another dog leg left, par 4. Really, the par 4s are going to be key for him. Could have easily gone in.
Laopakti now to open the back nine with 2 straight birdies to get within 2.
To find the field for the putter. Three shots back. Pine hung lay this par putt at number 12.
So some of the leading groups frittering shots away.
The golf course is winning right now. Nakano. Still only 3 shots back. A lot of golf still to be played, including some gettable par 5s here in Dubai.
What a difference today, mate. Shot an effortless round of 65 yesterday. First in Nagasaki, but today out in 38. Made 1 birdie. It was a par 5 third. But 4 bogeys. This is what's up ahead of him. Well, the hole's been to the left. This is another one here. Plus it's going back into a left to right breeze. So it's a key tee shot coming in. Avoid the two bunkers on the right. Still with the group up ahead. Problems they had when they got above the hole. No bunkers, left or right. But an angled green, it's quite narrow. A little ridge has to be negotiated. Third into front of this par 4. Good par 4 today, especially given the breeze. Took the hardest hole on the golf course. Just 3 birdies at 12 so far today. And the players get the opportunity. Dogleg left, par 5, 13 up ahead, but key tee shot.
This is FIFA Laopakti of Thailand, 3 back of the lead. Final round, Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
Gosh, man.
Going left. The desert area.
Who knows? That might be chances. We'll see. Nagasaki with that 3-shot lead.
Yesterday hit it in one of those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side and ended up make bogey.
Cut. 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 Go.
Quite enough.
Okay. For 16, still has a marvelous coil. You see the calf, the lower body strength. That's why he can still get it out there, even though he's 16. Curious, Rich, whether he gets to sort of like a 6-foot-plus build or fills out the next 4 to 5 years with his future.
It's very good. I mentioned his coaches, right? They do think he's going to grow. Not tall at the moment, but he is very strong. This guy, Rintaro Nakano. Letting it go. This has not been very good, but again, he's not out of it. Billy Dowling. Putt for par here at the 12th.
Seems to have shrunk today.
Here's Jeffrey Lacklack. It's a big story this week, Frank.
Yes. That's for sure.
Despite the miss.
The only player from Lebanon ever to make the cut here at the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. So these programs start with one. Suddenly get a couple more next year. Before we know it, then I might just have a winner of this championship.
You know who's happy about that? Our buddy Rashid Akil.
Yep.
Oldest player in the field, 67, from Lebanon.
Gave me a present a little earlier in the week. It's like a get-together every year. That's why I love coming back to this championship. Yeah, he's very, very proud of Jeffrey. I saw him this morning. He's out there. He's following him around.
That is what this championship is about. Not simply as a stage for the elite players in the region. That opportunity to earn an invitation to the Masters, a spot in the Open, but for developing golf countries to see what it takes.
Well, yeah, some places are playing catch-up. Not every country is like Japan, where they've had a prominent professional game, a lot of golf courses for many a year, good junior programs. Places like Lebanon, a few golf courses in Beirut, some not even grassed. I mean, this was the first grass course in the Middle East. That was only back in 1988. So some countries, it is a case of catch-up.
So they were all falling through 54 holes for Taisei Nagasaki. That is how you establish a record 54-hole score of 17 under. Different story from the start today, Frank.
I think some of the holes meant to be 4 1/4 inches wide. He was off the side. Just another one here at 4, the par 3, missed the green and just frittered the shot away.
The 8.
This looked good. Right in there, you'd say, yep, made another one. Not today, it's Sunday. Didn't stop there either.
3 lip outs. And how about here at the 11?
It's turning.
And over the course of a 72-hole high-level tournament, this is what you deal with. They don't all go your way. So he has demonstrated composure. We've seen that, Frank. But again, it's going to be tested here on this closing stretch.
Well, here's a little bit of a relief that nobody has really put up a charge. If somebody in that group is 2 or 3 under right now, you know, the whole world of hurt. But right now, the lead is still safe. It's just dropped. That's all. The second.
And maybe got a little relief with the live frame ball in the rough. It appears to be in an area, maybe an old divot mark from a week or 2 ago. This from 168 uphill back into the wind. Headed right.
It's the fat side of the green.
Boy. More troubles for Taisei Nagasaki.
What a green to work with. But once again, quick shot coming down the hill.
The question is, will any of the chasers come and get him? Make something happen.
Katano will try to do just that. Average lie out of the rough 148. Winds are really starting to whip around this afternoon.
Tested. What disappointment for Nakano. Laopakti.
Could have been a lot worse after that tee shot. Pretty direct line to the flag. 133, ball sitting nicely.
Those palms an issue?
Shouldn't be, Frank. They're a good 60, 70 yards ahead of him. He could go either left or right or above. Right over the top of them.
Sounded clean, we'll see. It was. Respectable shot. Now, par-5, 13th, Billy Dowling.
259, but only needs to land at 220. 3-iron in hand, and this is on a good line. Get up.
It did.
Go, Bill.
That's an excellent shot by Billy Dowling. He'll have that from eagle. Maybe put a charge into this final round. So let's see what his teammate Harry Takis can do.
Bit closer here at 243. Harry the only one on 12 to make a par. And this wind is helping off the left, so anything down the left-hand side is just going to kick me left or right on this green. These two really having some fun out, these two Aussies. That one is headed down the left, maybe a touch too far left.
This was down a little bit. Down from there for a birdie. Big Harry is 4 shots back, running out of holes. And ahead at 14, here's a talented player from Thailand, TK Chantananawat, plays college golf at Stanford.
He's trying to get himself the top 10. That'll help.
They've changed Thailand the last decade or so. I was talking to Joy Chakravarty. There was a time when young Thai players turned professional, almost as a rule in 16, 17. But now, in part because of the exposure they're getting here at this championship, they're going to play college golf in the United States.
Exactly. You could say that also for Australasia. That's only really changed the last 20, 25 years. A lot of people, a lot of players have been recruited. College coaches coming in here, watching the broadcast as we watch Nagasaki, his third.
Yeah, marginal wide, plenty of green with which to work. What about halfway up, maybe Frank to find a landing spot that he ideally would like to fly this ball to.
His worst score in the first 3 rounds was 67. Needs that to remain at 3 over for the round.
It's a pretty good touch right there. Nakano playing quickly.
He took a quick peek back and ready to go. Actually waving Nagasaki off. He was going to go mark his ball. He said, I'm good. Let's hold everyone in position.
A little frustrated right now.
I think so. Really well done.
Mess with the guy. And then does a little boxing practice.
A little pressure with Nagasaki.
Wasting no time. Well played that, isn't it? Sometimes people try and over-accelerate the club. And he's just making sure that the relationship between the hand and club face just stay nice and smooth through the hitting area. Beautiful technique on that.
He finished 8th in the individual side of the Eisenhower Trophy in Singapore earlier this month. This event, one of the great amateur players from around the world. And this year's team by South Africa. Now Laopakti plays his college golf at Arizona State from Thailand.
We're just seeing that extra couple of feet of rollout on this Sunday, Frank.
Definitely have that sheen to them. So that was the intention. Use some of the water, make the greens a little firmer, quicker, more of a challenge.
It's the final group here, final day. Biggest amateur championships in the world. Asia Pacific Amateur, second time in Dubai. A few years ago we were nearby Dubai Creek and Yacht Club, and then world number 1 Keita Nakajima in a playoff. Some success professionally. Just finished runner-up to Tommy Fleetwood in the DP World Tour event in India. Following the footsteps of his hero, his countryman, is Taisei Nagasaki. His football.
For the round. And Rich, I really thought he was going to break the record today, but he's actually on pace for another record. This tournament's normally being won the highest or the worst, whichever terminology you want, closing round for a champion. Harrison Crowe, 2022, a round of 72. That's how strong some of these players have been on Sunday. And this is not happening today.
He plays level par from here. 6 holes to go. It's 76.
And if Laopakti can make this, he'll remain even par for the day, a day which he began 6 shots off the lead and would head to the next tee just 2 back.
And does. Big putt.
Think about it. Rintaro Nakano started the day 5 shots back. He's 1 over. And he's only 2 behind. Harry Takis is in this his 3rd at par 5.
Sitting deep in this Bermuda rough, he's got to go down to this. Pops it up in the air. Needs to run out a little bit. has off the tee.
Frank, the par 5 13th.
Decision time because of the breeze. It's behind, but slightly off the left. Well, the conservative way is down the right, but with this breeze, if you want to reach this, and we saw the group in front, they're taking it left of the trees. We're finishing with less than 200 in, but it is a very small landing area. Running out of the fairway, you'll be lucky to make out that layup zone, but this is a really good hole location on the right side because the breeze is pushing the ball towards the flag. We saw that with Billy Dowling up ahead, but this is a big tee shot. 3-wood now for Nakano. He's gone back and to the right side of the tee to open this hole up. You can easily get home from there. Players can't see it. Semi-blind tee shot now up ahead for his eagle, Billy Dowling.
Slippery putt down here, right to left. Him and his caddy, Mick Rafferty, really took a close look at this. These greens out here are starting to firm up. They're browning and they're difficult to read. They're starting to become a little bit like the Melbourne Sandbelt, shiny.
For a moment, Billy Dowling is only 2 shots behind. Nagasaki.
Let's see how aggressive he wants to be off the tee here.
Well,
that is super. It's fine.
Has to remind himself he's still in the driver's seat. He still has the lead.
Taggart needs this one to go.
This one moving a little bit left to right. All the Australians are out now watching these players play.
That one hurt, Paul.
Yeah, it certainly did. He should be chewing these ones up. He's only hitting iron in all these par fives, and he's a little frustrated.
Laopakti.
Trying to surf the breeze. Same thing, the mini driver.
Starting well left, working its way back down. That might need to settle, might run through it all.
Oh, help on the car. Big break.
Huge break. Headed to the home stretch. Well, this championship would not have been possible without the support from 3 major organizations: the Masters Tournament, the R&A, and the Asia Pacific Golf Confederation. It continues to be their mission to elevate the amateur game in every region of the world. With more, here's Amanda.
This is the 16th staging of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, and this edition is where the desert meets the skyline at Emirates Golf Club. For the founding partners, it's another opportunity to grow the game in this region, with invites to some of golf's biggest tournaments waiting for this year's champion. Take me back to the origin story of this championship to inspire younger generations in this region. How has it transpired since that original mission?
The mission obviously was to grow the game of golf, and that certainly is a broad mission. And I think that we have accomplished a lot in that time. The first year, I remember in 2009 in Mission Hills in China, there might have been 10 players who could have won the tournament. And there's at least 3 times that many now.
There's 160 former participants of this event that have gone on to win on professional tours all around the world. That's a remarkable pathway to the top of the game and something we should be very proud of.
People were skeptical. We wouldn't have so many members who were part of the Asia Pacific region. It was such a super success because it gelled. Everybody's intention was to provide the opportunity to the young guys. So when the winner actually went to Augusta, all the apprehensions that were there were put aside.
We've had major winners, Hideki Matsuyama and Cameron Smith. There's just a whole lot of data points that show that the mission is being accomplished.
How special is it for these players when they're already familiar, not just with the course, but for their favorite players and legends of the game to have walked these same fairways and won here?
When you go out there, you're part of history. I mean, you know, when Tiger Woods plays something, I mean, it means a lot to inspire us to say, well, he can do this, and what did you see this? Did you see that?
You know, I remember as a young boy, you know, practicing and thinking I have this putt to win the U.S. Open or the Masters tournament. And I think there's probably some of that going on here, you know, and part of this is about dreams, and it's really dreaming about what could be and taking it back home.
We've got a really strong field this week. I think 120 players from 41 territories. We've got a number of people that have played in this event in the past and returning. I think there are 3 or 4 people that finished in the top 5 last year who've returned. So we're expecting some spectacular golf.
Taking this experience back to their home countries is going to have a lifetime impact on them, and really showing them what the game of golf can offer. And hopefully the next 15 years we'll see the trajectory continue on a steep incline.
It's inspirational for even the older generation. So for the younger guys who are 15, 16 or 18 or whatever, it's absolutely something to look forward to.
It's a sport that we're really proud to be shaping the future of in collaboration with our great partners here.
Young people in pursuit of greatness with gratitude. We hear at Frank how much they appreciate what Augusta National and the R&A are doing, opening up this pathway, conducting this championship with the highest standards. And this is what it's all about, Frank, inspiring that next generation.
It certainly is, and they know golf too. Just a little shout out to Chairman Fred Ridley. Remember, he was a U.S. amateur champion, and he did play at Augusta National as a competitor. So they know it, they feel it, and they are passing it forward.
Look here at par 5 13th, Frank.
Yeah, there's enough. This is what we're referencing. 22 yards, so you don't have to fly to all the way. Paul Gale just referenced how firm they're getting. So something in the front third, a little left, will feed its way towards the flag. So you move your landing zone.
And Frank, one other thing, just to put a button on it, we just saw Augusta National Chairman Emeritus Billy Payne has made the trip to Dubai. He conceived of this championship. So good to see him here.
Nagasaki now from 246.
Set.
That's not a bad shot. I know it's a little off the putting surface, but that's smart. High side. Just needed to move a little. It's more like what we saw yesterday. It is around 65.
And it was at this point yesterday where things got back on track for Nagasaki as we watched Katano 15 yards closer to 31 to the hole.
Very good. It is. Borderline great. Yet again, we've said this the last 5 holes. Big opportunity for the big man from Japan. Now Laopakti.
And a big break after that tee shot. Same distance, 231. Blind second. Going to need to move it left to right.
Well done.
I seem to like it. Goodness, they're going to love it. What a shot by Laopakti. That may turn out to be the shot of the championship. We'll see. Now a little bit of drama as they head up to the green. Eagle putts at the par 5 13th.
Two good shots there from the young 16-year-old with a 2-shot lead. Breathe a little sigh of relief, but the 2 men he's playing with, they also have eagle opportunities here at the 13th. Par 5. Next hour and a half will define what happens with his career. Meteoric rise over the last 12 months. Outside the 4,000th ranked amateur in the world. Really inside the top 100. Still a lofty target all on his shoulders right now. Certainly worth looking at these again. Nakano, he has the ability, strong, powerful, get the ball to land a little softer. He's a little frustrated these last few holes, so he's starting to freewheel. This is a great shot. Getting it on the right level. Steve Bukowski just said, after a break off the tee, FIFA.
Well
he knew that was good. He wanted to see every inch of this one. Best shot we've seen so far today, and it happened here at 13. Was not unlucky for FIFA, that's for sure. If he can pop that in, this leaderboard can change dramatically.
Just a few short months, Latin America Amateur Championship heads to Lima, Peru, right in the heart of that great city, Lima Golf Club. Gorgeous West Coast sliver in South America, perfect backdrop for the event now in its 11th year. It is the LAAC in January, an invitation to the Masters, U.S. Open, and the Open on the line. See the dignitaries there. Chairman Ridley, and to his right, Mike Warren. Fred Perpall on the far right, USGA. Lee Steislinger was there from Augusta National. Members of the RNA and the Golf Federation of Peru. And they'll be hosting for the first time. It's not about simply what we see, the high level of golf, but where we go. Now, Nagasaki. Third shot here to this par 5.
Just off the green, just past the high downhill putt, might move a little to his left.
Whitestone did. Like a stress-free hole or two right now. Started at the opening hole with a bogey.
Nagasaki is 4 over par in this round. Still hanging on to a 2-shot lead. It had been 5 to start the day. Also from Japan, Katano.
What an opportunity this is. He has played the 13th hole. It is so very well. Let's see if he can make another eagle on this championship Sunday.
Well, he eagled this hole twice this week.
One time. No. Not yet. Okay, it's birdie. With a moment to within 1 of the lead. Nagasaki has a short putt for birdie. And head to 14, Harry Takis, Australia.
Left for 133. These greens are starting to firm up. They need to. This one's gone way high in the air. This pin cut, nice tight left. Very commercial.
Now, a big, tall, rangy swing. Potential, but holes running out for him. Now this is a huge putt here back at 13. A chance to get to 13 under.
Straight back up the hill.
Hold it. And the story of the day for this final group. They have not putted well. And yet it's birdie. And he's still very much in the championship.
Looks like it's opened a little, and then make the putt. Nagasaki now has a chance to close the door again and keep that 2-shot lead. Excellent birdie.
Nagasaki needed that. It's just his second birdie of the day. Go to the par 5 third as well. Don't forget, he's made 5 bogeys.
So you've got to find out, do you think 14 under is enough? We go ahead. Billy Dowling.
Birdie 14, 15, 16 and 17. He's got good vibes coming in here, but this one is a pin that is difficult to take on.
Away with it.
Oh, wow.
He hated it off the club face.
Well, just like yesterday, this could be the start of it, as Paul referenced. Imagine you need to get to 14, perhaps 15 under.
This is a gettable par 5, as we can plainly see. Min Soo Kim, eagle putt. Made eagle at number 10. Does he have another one? Great round of 68. And again, harbinger of what we may see. He goes 3-3 to finish. So you could be 2 back, even 3 back, standing at 17 and still have a chance, Frank.
Well, exactly. We've seen some good scores out there. They're just not coming from the leading groups. That round of 65 from Declan O'Donovan, the Australian, and that is probably the round of the week. I know it tied the 65 yesterday from Nagasaki, but these conditions, Sunday, as we go to 14, Nakano with the honour.
Tee shot back into the wind off the right. He's teed up on the far right-hand side of this box.
Now hand off. You're not quite sure if it's a good shot or not. That's fine.
Switching on.
Luke left. Let's do not see where the ball finishes up here.
Something worth mentioning, guys, as the final group was making their way down the 13th fairway, a rules official approached Nagasaki and Nakano and said, "You're very close to being a bad time." Not an official warning, anything like that, but you're close, so let's monitor that over these last 5 holes.
Nice. This kid can absolutely send it, Frank. He generates some power.
Steve was saying, his college coach is the same pound for pound as long as they can. Surprisingly, this little stretch here, 14, 15, 16, playing over par, Rich. So a birdie or two in amongst that stretch will make a huge difference.
Laopakti set themselves up for a chance. Good tee shots. Now we'll see what Nagasaki can do. The lead is 2.
He has opened the door on multiple occasions. The 2 chasing have not quite taken advantage. The question is, will Nagasaki open it anymore coming down these final 5 holes?
Set.
Got away with it.
He thinks it's in the left rough. That is all the way down there.
In fact, you notice an uptick in the tempo today with a full swing?
I think he's trying to chase the other 2 with distance. Really do. It's been the biggest thing. I mean, that swing, if anything, is a little longer than yesterday. We just played point to point really yesterday in that round of 65. Also the first 2 days when he opened up with consecutive rounds of 67.
Ahead on the green, this is Harry Takis.
Yeah, very holdable. He's holding nothing this week. It's about due for one of these.
Hold the line and get there. Finally! All right. Call Paul Gow and 11 under par. Still with a crack at this. This is Katano. What do you play?
Short par 3.
Great roll. Ichiro Katano of Japan.
He's got a nice stretch going. Shows you what can be done as you get closer to the clubhouse. Billy Dowling at 14.
He can take advantage of that good break. He putted it. You can see it. So Billy Dowling, disappointment. Meanwhile, Nagasaki is trying to hang in, hang on. 2-shot lead, final round of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship from Dubai.
I say Nagasaki, he walks down there, storms down there. He's going to be a little happier when he sees where his ball is. Judging by that reaction off the tee, he thought that was lap. So the pace of the walk, a little brisker. Steve Bukowski referenced that. Eerily close to being put on the clock, this group. Something else that will affect the rhythm, as well as that scoreboard. 5-shot lead, start of the day. Not quite erased. It is very close. 5 players now within 3. Big difference to the start of the round. So take this one across the bunker if he wants to take the flag on. It's cut on the left side. Really developing in this region. It's a big golfing season. A few professional tournaments will also be played after this in the region. This is the biggest time of the golfing year, November through to April. The architecture, they still keep really what makes this area famous, the Bedouin style tents, all the modern amenities inside.
Great drive, FIFA Laopakti. You're at 14, 2 back.
Second from 129, went down and off the right.
He loved it. 1-0.
It's next to the
Chance for birdie. FIFA Laopakti. Starting to feel it.
Keep it here with Katano, 115 in, good lie out of the rough, perhaps the best angle of the 3 to get to that back left hole location.
Short-sighted himself a few times today.
Beetle. I say Nagasaki.
1 yard closer, 114.
Got away with it, the tee shot and the second.
The second youngest winner of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. 16 after Wantian Long. He was 14 when he won in Thailand in 2012. Billy Dowling at 15, 3 back.
184 today. This is the most difficult hole in the last 4 holes coming in here. With this wind sweeping right to left and down and trying to push this up in the air left to right.
Tricky little chip shot. Ahmed Skake from right here in Dubai, the UAE.
17th, drivable today. It's just 301 yards to the front, a little bit of wind assistance. So Ahmed is going to do here is make 4. Still a very good performance.
They're going to be thrilled with a top 10 finish for the UAE. So, championship trophy and the gold medal. This really is an amateur major. Doesn't have the deep, rich history of the amateur, the U.S. amateur, but as you can see, just as much on the line, Frank.
Yeah, the venues the champion will go to. They'll drive down Magnolia Lane. They'll go to Royal Birkdale and Royal Liverpool, also known as Hoylake. 3 tremendous opportunities that will further their careers.
Yeah, connect the past to the present and future. Next July, 50-year anniversary of Johnny Miller's 1976 Open win at Birkdale. Don't forget, great Bobby Jones, who opened at Hoylake for his Grand Slam season 1930. Now Nakano.
Not a lot of green with which to work, ball slightly on the upslope.
That's a bit of magic. Very square. Use the knees. That's well played.
Tremendous shot. He hasn't shown it because it's been a tough day, but he has a good sense of humor.
Watch the knees in this. Just keeps them well flexed. Reminds me of the great bias theorist, the way in which he used to get into the bunker. Allow that left wrist to cup a little, make sure that clock face doesn't close. The whole analogy of balancing a champagne glass. Keeping it skyward. Nearly went. He's going to smile before the end of the day. I guarantee so.
Laopakti has given himself plenty of chances to narrow the gap with chips as he got this putter going. This will be enormous to go, especially considering that Nagasaki just hits it very similar on the downhill that should move a bit to the right.
To start exerting some pressure. One making it first.
Just can't buy it. He's hit some quality shots on this back nine. Takes it 12 under. 2 back for the moment, and now chance for Asia Nagasaki to build it to 3.
Yeah, very similar line. FIFA just had to see what Nagasaki was able to learn from it, and Frank, you said it. If FIFA makes that, the pressure goes on Nagasaki. Now he can flip that script right here and take a 3-shot lead to the 15th hole.
Just saw Billy Dowling group in front. You read too much break in from the left side, Steve. I don't think he has to give it much at all. Back-to-back birdies.
He can't get it. And so the frustration continues.
It's survival right now. Just at least keep the score no worse than 14 under. The challenges start to dissipate.
And go to par 3 15. Here's Harry Takis.
Absolutely nothing here. The only thing in his favour, it's on an upslope, but sitting in this Bermuda, he's to slide that club under the ball, downwind. Prettiest.
He's going to have to scrap just for a bogey. Asia Nagasaki after that 15th tee. He is a steady for the moment. And he has played this closing 4-hole stretch for the week, Frank, in 7 under.
Doesn't need to do that today, but it certainly gives him a leg up. These 2 dogleg lefts to negotiate amongst the closing stretch, but really think just one shot at a time as we go to Billy Dowling. 15 has been a strong par 3 today.
He has got some short games, spent some time with Cam Smith.
That was a heck of a shot right there. Here we go, 4 holes. Maybe the invitation to the Masters spot the Open. Back to Harry Takis, 15. Oh, he had a good run. He'll tap for bogey. Can we drop back to 10 under par? At 17.
Mishra to get to 8 under. Oh,
Yes,
well done.
Use it all on Shul Mishra of India. Just turned 17. India's starting to produce. They love their golf. We saw that. Rory, Tiny Fleetwood, 1. All made their way to India.
That gets them just inside the top 10 too. Once again, we go to 15.
Right, from Vietnam. Just to get to -10.
Yeah, tough day. He's hit a lot of good shots. No putts have gone in for him today. This could be one. There we go.
He is 6th all alone at -10.
Trains in the United States, the Montverde Academy in Florida, which has produced so many good basketball players, including Cooper Flagg.
Lovely roll, speed. Oh, certainly had to adjust to quicker greens today.
Takis for the bogey. Victories in the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, including 2 of the last 3. Thailand looking for its first. Here is TK Chantananawat. Really bright guy, studies physics, Stanford, and offers to go to Oxford, Cambridge, Yale. Chose Stanford because he's a huge Tiger Woods fan. Dowling did tap. Last grouping has the 15th tee.
And Laopakti will be first to go, 184 yards that is, to this par 3 at hole location, tucked on the right-hand side. The wind has lied down just for a moment. It was predominantly coming hard off the right, but in the last 30 or 40 seconds, it has virtually come to a standstill. So something to monitor with these guys back on the tee, 184 yards out.
Yeah, it's his skills. I mean, quiet feet. He has the gift of natural timing.
You like what you see in terms of the technical aspects of his swing?
Yeah, it's sort of Adam Scott-like. It's a beautiful motion. You know, it's not going with good looks and whatever out here right now, but that is a fine-looking golf swing.
Katano. Wind has picked back up ever so slightly, coming off the right.
Nagasaki. A good target would be land their board up 7 or 8 yards short, so only about 10 yards on and perhaps 4 or 5 yards to the left. That would be the line that you'd want to take this on, Steve.
Yeah, and yesterday his miss was predominantly to the right. On 14, his tee shot and the wedge pulled just a little left.
No damage.
But Pipa Laopakti is in fairly close. 2 shots back. Taisei Nagasaki in front for the moment here in Dubai.
Three of the best trophies in the game. Taisei Nagasaki, he's vying for the one in the middle first. This design, the rings. 16th playing of this championship. Vision of the Emirates, Billy Payne, June. The wonderful tenure at Augusta National. Initiatives, drive, chip and putt. This championship. Production of the National Women's Amateur. This region has really started to flourish over the last decade plus because of its role for so many programs. It's got all these amazing countries, and well, Dubai is so special. It's the Palm Islands. They feed into the city. Actually, they're not just going to settle for one. They're going to build another palm out there, all cultivated out of the desert. You can jump in a little tourist vehicle, drive about 45 minutes, and go sand surfing if you want it. I'm fortunate enough to have a few dinners in the area. Food selection is, rivals the Londons, the Parises, and the New Yorks. Bring your camera too. Stunning. Possesses the tallest building in the world, and they're soon to build the second tallest building.
Final round of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, and if Taisei Nagasaki can win today, he would be the 5th from Japan to have won it. Don't forget, Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama won it back-to-back. Would also be the 2nd youngest after Tianlong Guan. Famously made the cut at the Masters in 2013, youngest to ever make the cut at a major championship. Keita Nakajima, then world #1. Won not far from here, the Dubai Creek and Yacht Club and playoff. It's 4 years ago. And his focus is on this 15th hole, and Steve Burkowski's down there.
I am indeed, Rich, and he is looking at it from both sides of the hole. You guys referenced earlier how well he has done on 15 through 18 this week, 7 under par. Katano is in a very similar spot as well, but seemingly over the last 30 minutes or so, Nagasaki has settled back in after a few wobbles around the turn, but it will be Nakano first to go. Nagasaki will be an interested spectator, I'm sure, and considering the indifferent final round by all three here, all of them squarely in the mix to win this championship.
I'll tell you, Frank, someone's due to make a long putt of consequence. We just haven't seen it all day yet.
still hanging around, Rich. That's the important part. If he's telling himself something, still has a chance to win.
Billy Dowling here at 16.
152 back into this Dubai skyline here. This buffer of breeze getting up right now. This one's floating a little bit on him here from 152. Will come up short.
Just when you thought he'd need to birdie the last 3 holes to have a chance.
Now, Nagasaki.
Similar putt that we just saw from Katano, slightly uphill back into the breeze.
Raced on a little.
Neighborhood of 6 feet.
Wow. On way now at 16.
A little bit closer here. 133.
Solid shot. Laopakti at the 15th. This big moment here.
Enormous third consecutive hole. A putt of this length for FIFA. Missed it for eagle at 13. Didn't convert for birdie at 14. Would dearly love this to go for a birdie here at the par 3 15th.
He's played the best at this final group. Hasn't got anything for it.
There it is. Does that put some pressure on Nagasaki's 6-footer to save his par and stay in the lead?
Huge too. And this time he got it in first. Inland swings all the way back, but we'll go to 16.
Absolutely belted a drive off here. Only 106 for Takas. He needs the birdie at least the last 3. This one's going on a good line.
Oh, gets a nice bounce too. That's in nice and close. Takas will have to get to 11 under now. The big putt here back at 15 for par to remain at 14 under.
This 6-footer got a whole lot longer.
No, another edge. He's hit them all day long.
And now we're starting to see some reactions from things not going his way.
And that 5-shot lead to start the day is all gone.
Just pushed it a tab.
And nearly 3 feet remaining here.
Sixth bogey of the day. Now he shares the top spot with his surging FIFA Laopakti, who's trying to become the first ever from Thailand to win this championship.
Especially with the finish here, you have 16. If Dowling can, well, somehow do some magic here, his third.
Pretty simple chip, this one.
Needs to run. Ooh, 17 drivable. 18 has already been a couple of eagles. We go to 17.
Something on. So drivable 17.
He's going to do it with the wedge, Rich. Got a chance. One more roll.
What? No. It kind of backed up at the last second. He thought he made it. All right, now we're at the 16th tee.
And boy, momentum has shifted. Tee shot back into the wind, out of the left. FIFA ready to go and ride that wave into the clubhouse if he can.
Wang Hung Lei this for birdie at the 16th. Tracking. Good run. The shot back.
Certainly not out of it. Could use one in the fairway right here.
Likes it.
Should be right center.
You want to look at it. You know, it was good, but it's going to be in the rough. He has the power to reach 17 and 18 and 2, par 5.
It's Harry Takis.
It's been great having these putts all day. Get plenty of lips.
This butter's been ice cold today.
Nagasaki.
Let's see how he regroups after giving away that lead. Now tied at the top.
Yeah, nice shot.
Starting down the left center, cutting back to the middle of the fairway. Should be a good one.
Excellent drive. Went around, you remind yourself. Somebody had told you you'd be on the lead. 3 holes to play. The chance to get to the Masters, the Open Championship. You'd have said, I'll take it. Viva Laopakti on the move. Tied in Dubai.
Chance for Thailand now to get its first ever champion, the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. And this Thai smiles. Fine. Losing the tee shot to the right. Got the chin up. What a huge 2 back at 15. 2-shot swing. And that's why we are tied. Just 3 holes to play. Only had 7 players in the field this week. He's the most seasoned player. His 4th start in this championship. Never missed a cut. Just enough breeze. Second shot's here at 16, challenging. I was told they'll play with the remaining 3. Hoping for a good line. The substance, the temperature's just over 90 degrees. Same conditions for almost 4 straight days here.
Next year, the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship goes to one of the most spectacular golf courses in the world. It is north of Auckland, New Zealand, your home country, Frank. TRI 2026 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
I can't wait, Rich. I really can't. I know it's 12 months ahead, and I certainly, no disrespect to this great championship, but I know New Zealand is ready for next year.
It's Court Crenshaw. It is right next door to another famous venue, Tara Iti. So you have 54 holes in all, and it rivals what you would see at Bandon Dunes or along the Monterey Peninsula, Pebble, Cypress, and Spy. Now it's 17. Billy Dowling.
To the front here. Every player will take this on. Dowling a little bit to the right here.
Just off the edge. Needs a little magic over these last 2 holes. Had it yesterday when he did 4 holes in a row. Really, this could be a key shot here at 16.
But what's he have?
Well, first he's got to wait for the guys teeing off of 17 because Fifa's tee shot hit a tree right up the fairway here at 16 in the desert area. Kicked about 40 yards right in the desert sandy area, about 40 yards in front of the 17 tee.
That's where we are now. Final way, Vietnam.
Take a very similar line here, Lay. Give me a little bit more extra there. He's normally a smooth swinger of the club.
Nagasaki ready to go.
He's got 147 in straight back into that breeze.
Safely on deck, birdie this hole on Friday and yesterday.
It was 5 to start the day. Bogey first. It's been 6 bogeys in all. He is still very much in it. Now, Laopakti. Wait, let's go to Harry Takis here at this drivable 17.
Yeah, Harry probably a little bit hot under the collar and hold many putts.
Sit.
Nothing for
Sit
that time
down.
tree there.
Harry is San Diego State Aztec. Think J.J. Spawn and Xander Schauffele. Now, Taro Nakano.
From 125, ball sitting down slightly.
Just jumped a little. Long chance, but that is a birdie putt to get to 13 under. Just flew out of the rough.
So for 2 putts and a par. Second chance for 17 and 18 scoreable holes. That ball is nestled down.
It's horrible to say the least now, especially with the trees in front.
Can you guys move out of the wedges?
His work involved out of that line in softest sand.
And he walked all the way up about halfway to the green with a clump of 5 or 6 trees all at once. It's maybe 50, 60, 70 yards in front of him. If he can clear, if he can get clean contact, the possibilities are there. Let's just say this, but we're going to be in the neighborhood of about 170 yards back into the wind. And when he got up here, he was kind of looking for his ball, and one of the spotters said, well, hit this tree. And it's over there, another 140 yards to the right. As you see the cross between the guys teeing off 17, they're going to go right back. And finally, FIFA. And as quickly as he gained the momentum with that 30 at 15, could change in an instant here, 1 hole later.
Look at the gap just up ahead. Because of the light, it's very hard to get any elevation out of that line.
And he's still waving some folks off about 100 yards outside. I'm coming in this general direction. Solid contact.
Did we get this on the green? Oh, he's done well just to get it to there.
That's a good spot. He's been good out of that desert waste area. Now he'll need to be good around the green now. He's tied for the lead as we come to the conclusion of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Good one in Dubai.
desert. It might just make the difference. Fine shot from Laopakti just to get the ball back in play. He's already shown some excellent short game skills through the first 3.5 rounds. Desperately need to get that up and down, and then of course up ahead 17, just 300 yards in a direct line to the front of this par 4, but we'll cut all the way in the back. Some 31 paces on. Time running out for Harry Takis. A good challenge, but putter's betrayed him today. Reason why there was a little bit of a wait. Wait for Lay to hit a provisional. Wasn't quite sure where his first tee shot finished up. Some grip palm trees, 3-4 palm trees down the right side. The players take it over. So there's a chance the ball can stay up in one of those. Kick it to the right. Bad lie. They're going to work with Harry. He's got about a foot and a bit. 12 months. That's Harry Takis. Great spurt is happening now.
Tight one here in Dubai. Final round of the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. This is FIFA Laopakti tied for the lead.
Yeah, third shot just short of the screen. There's a little bit of a ridge, Frank, just on the front edge of the putting surface. That's like he usually has this week. Go to the 60 and just carry it up, or maybe a little one bumper.
It's not fun to take it on. Remember the shot at 15 yesterday. He took that shot on. Bumping right. That's a touch of genius, especially given the circumstances.
Well-rounded game. Just how good is this, Frank?
Well, it's risky, Rich. I mean, it seemed like try and jam the face in there. So reduce the loft. You have to trust the bounce, just like on 15 yesterday.
One thing, Frank, we're not just seeing more polished golf swings, technically sound. We're seeing a level of creativity I don't think we saw 8-9 years ago.
Correct. Flair.
He's generated considerable buzz. College golf ranks in the United States. Has already won a couple of tournaments, big ones. Now at 17, Harry Takis.
He's a Hail Mary here.
Yeah, this one coming up a little bit short here. That's fluffy out of that rough again. It's hard to predict these, Frank, out of these tops of lines with ball sitting so low.
Yeah, after this tournament, they'll overseed, so the rough will be slightly different. Now, back to 16.
All right, how about this? Burko for Rintaro Nakano.
This is one you hope to get down into, make your par, and try to do something special on the last 2 holes.
What happened at 8 and 9. A terrible 3 putts. He is right in it. Don't forget 17 short drivable par 4, and then 18 is the gettable par 5. We've seen so many dramatic moments through the years going back to Colin Montgomery, driver off the deck. That was the best shot ever hit. That was in 1996. Tiger made eagle, year that he won. Taisei Nagasaki to regain the lead.
And what a bounce back birdie it would be. Slightly downhill putt, considering that he would expect FIFA to make par. A great chance to get one back right here.
Have enough. Go ahead. Taisei Nagasaki. Birdie at 16, and he has the lead once again. Showing some moxie. Look. Third birdie of the day. One bigger than that one right there. He knows it. He said it. This would be a test of his character. Toughness, as it has not gone his way. It's headed to 17 while his countryman finishes up here. Okay. Katano is now 2 back with 2 to play. Here we are at 17. This is Billy Dowling.
Little hood of 8 iron. Going to toe this one in a little bit, running up that ridge. We'll move from his left to right when he gets up near the hole.
Yeah, Bill. Shot.
Okay, nice shot, Billy Dowling. So many of these high-level amateurs plays global schedule, reached the quarterfinals of the Amateur Championship at St. George's this past summer in England as Laopakti cleans up, and he goes to 17T, 1 back. It's a good one, Frank.
It's completely changed over this last hour or so, Rich. Like Nagasaki had gone in the other direction. Huge threes you've just detailed at 16, now at 17. Takas. The story of his day.
So Taisei Nagasaki, birdie at 16. Now with a 1-shot lead here in Dubai.
Birdie could not have come at a better time. His 20th of the week. Just when we thought all had dried up, huge birdie at par 3 by Laopakti, and just been answered there at 16. More look at this across the green. They hand it to him. He hasn't backed down once when he's had the putter in the hand. He's left a putt short all day long. That roll, just look at the line. That was so pure. But it's his dream to win the Masters before the age of 27. Some might think that's a little lofty, but it just might make us a believer. Now up ahead on 17. Really good showing for Vietnam this week with Lay. It won't be a victory. He'll try and battle out for a top 10. Really good finish. Vietnam should be proud. Hails from Ho Chi Minh City. Under lead at the start of the day. It's going to be just easy pickings. Far from over.
The 17th hole, Billy Dowling now for a birdie. Hold on to even a sliver of hope. And he sneaks it in the left side. So Billy Dowling goes to 12 under. Likely will need eagle at the final hole. That's doable. Look to get some help from Taisei Nagasaki. Hole 17 and 18, Nagasaki has played them in 3 under par. Nakano -4. Laopakti has not made a whole lot happen.
No, FIFA has actually bogeyed 18 2 days in a row, 2 sixes, so he's going to have to do something different over these closing stretch. As Harry Takas taps in. Green nearly clear at 17. 300 yards on a direct line to this dogleg right par 4. Bit of a mixed bag, Rich. 14 birdies here so far. There's been 2 eagles at 18 already today. And a number of scores higher than par. Order and play at 18 in front of the green.
Long way now. 17 years old from Vietnam. Individual gold in the Southeast Asian Games in Cambodia. Now, increasingly more and more elite amateur competitions in places like Cambodia. Obviously here in Dubai, none bigger in the Asia Pacific region than this one.
Now this is the right play, Steve. 3 here gives them options at 18.
Correct. A little nervous energy. About a 5-minute wait coming off that birdie at 16. He was sort of walking around, kind of antsy, shall we say. Now he's ready to go with that advantage.
Take it right over the corner of the dogleg.
Set. Set. Set.
It's a fantastic shot. So late in the championship, young man from Japan is digging deep, and he is coming up large.
Just took a full cut at it.
Set. Set.
Flew over everything.
As audacious as the Dubai skyline. Now, FIFA Laopakti.
Can he respond?
It's a pretty good line.
Sure.
Like the look of that view, that was the line he chose.
Exciting prospect, FIFA Laopakti. That swing, ability to carry the ball. Now Taro Nakano.
Needs to do something very special these final 2 holes, 2 back.
He too can move it. Now to 18. Don't discount this guy, the Australian Billy Dowling.
He needs eagle though, Rich.
He certainly does. He hasn't made birdie here all week. This wind in too, left to right. He's got to take a chunk of this corner. This dogleg right to left off. This one headed a little left. Spin here.
Couple of holes to play. Taisei Nagasaki headed up to the 17th green. He has just hit a sensational tee shot. He's leading by 1. Down the stretch they come here in Dubai.
Just a month ago, he was only 15. Turned 16 this month. I think he just put on a little bit of power as well. Just when it looked like he was starting to lose control of the championship, rolls in a birdie at 16, has just driven the 17th. Famous hole at the Emirates Club. Hosted the best players in the world, and they've all had to make the same decisions we just saw there. Do you lay up down the left or you go for it? The great champions, they take this hole on. Whether it's Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, or anybody else, that great Severiano Ballesteros, they don't back down when they get the opportunity. And neither did Taisei Nagasaki. Still not a guarantee of a two-putt from where he is. And right about there is where FIFA's tee shot went, just in front of the palm tree. So a lot will depend on the line. Hit it on the intended line. Still a coin flip. He's got a wonderful short game. I've seen that this week. Long eagle attempt. Taisei here at 17. Just off the fringe.
Wobbly all day, but suddenly and at the right time, Frank, Taisei Nagasaki has found his footing.
Yeah, that putt he rolled in at 16 has obviously given him a huge charge. No guaranteed two-putt from where he is on just off the fringe. He's checking that upslope. So faint rise going up the hill, then it flattens out. And as we've seen already today, with that extra speed in the greens, it's still quick within 10 feet of the hole. He would take two putts from here. Just run to the 18th.
Invitation to the Masters, 154th Open, which will be played at Royal Birkdale. So many of the greats, as we detailed, have won, including Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, and Tom Watson. 31st amateur goes to Hoy Lane, where Tiger and Rory, Bobby Jones all won. Trying to make history of their own here. Gulf region, United Arab Emirates.
Rich, just looking at FIFA there, I think he's going to be forced to play the same shot where he's going to have to bang it into the bank again and risk this shot if he wants to hit it close. Steve, I know you're down there. That lie looks sort of average.
Average would be a very optimistic way of looking at things. FIFA's ball sitting down. In fact, he brought a rules official over to see if it was embedded. They deemed it was not. He replaced it as was back in his pitch mark.
Katano.
Yeah, reasonable right here, plenty of green with which to work for his second.
Just to get this up and down. Really good. Look out. Oh, what a shot.
Just see how quick it is around there, though.
Gotten a whole lot quicker on this final day, Frank. Firmer, faster, the situation, just part of the drama.
They could actually bring a referee in and decide who's first to play here. You would think FIFA could go ahead and play, but
Nagasaki's definitely further away in the neighborhood of 85 feet, or I would say Laopakti somewhere around 30 feet, and FIFA doesn't seem to have any intention of hitting his second.
it's a good little ploy.
Nagasaki goes.
Yeah, good little ploy. Wait. He's been aggressive all day with the putter, but this one you would just love to cozy up.
Good from there. 3.5 feet or so for his birdie to get to 15 under par. Maybe give himself a little breathing room at the 18th.
And puts more pressure on this shot for Laopakti.
It's forced his hand.
FIFA.
wide open.
Goodness, what a shot.
Remarkable.
You think about, you always go to Sevi when somebody hits a sort of magical short shot. Sevi won here. That's next level, Frank.
Hit one on 15 yesterday, that was special. Hit one the previous hole today, that was special. And that one, well, that was even better. Guarantees his 3.
That was the best of the bunch, Frank.
Yeah.
And he had to have it, too. It's one thing to hit that shot on Friday, but Sunday, when you're running out of time, his 5th birdie of the day, and he has played sensational golf here on the back 9.
I mean, 3/4 backswing. I mean, he has nowhere to land. I would say within 2 or 3 inches was his landing spot. That lands on the green itself, takes off. This pitch is exactly on a fringe. There's only about 1.5 feet of fringe.
So he has played this back 9 in 4 under par. And you can see why those in the know, like Burko in the United States who follow college golf, are excited about FIFA Laopakti. Now, must make for Rintaro Nakano.
Gotta have it.
Now, hold it. And so the putter, Frank, let him down today.
It's a bit like last year. Had a chance to win, finished 3rd.
Now let's see what Billy Dowling can do for any hope here.
Yeah, just out of the left draft here. He needs to keep it short of this water. That is flying. I think he's got a fly here. That is moving. Down.
Too bad. Pay a little bit of a price, or a big price in that case, for a tee shot that's not in the fairway. Now, Nagasaki for the birdie. Once again, the solo lead. He's up to it. I say Nagasaki. Birdie to go to 15 under par. And he heads to the par 5 18th with a 1-shot lead. Berth in the Masters, the Open, the Amateur, all of it is on the line. There's Harry Takis. It's that famous skyline.
371 off the tee, 165 in. He's got nothing in his hand here.
There's been some famous shots in it at 18. You can add that one to it.
You like that? Here we are. Just 16 years old. His Asia Pacific Amateur Championship debut. This player has everyone's attention here in Dubai, but back home in Japan. He has come on like a freight train. And they think he has a chance to be special. He would be the 5th from Japan to have won it. Hideki Matsuyama used this as a springboard to go on and win the Masters. Kumi Kanaya, Keita Nakajima, both world #1 amateur players winning this championship. And how about this finishing hole, Frank?
Breeze is the biggest issue. Steve, I know you're out there. Should be a little left to right into these players. Means it's going to be a little harder to keep it down the left side.
Correct. Same when we've had the previous 3 days. Not much has changed there. Maybe it's dropped to about 5 to 7 miles per hour where we had seen 10 to 12 earlier in the week. What I love about this championship, the crowd around this final group has gotten bigger and bigger. And included in the mix, a lot of players finishing up to see how this one plays out and watch some of their peers try to do something very special.
Ideal line, just a fraction left of the UAE flag on the side of the building.
Star Starting left and hanging over there.
It's definitely going to be a layup if he gets a swing at it.
Need a little luck now. And opening for FIFA Laopakti.
Try to hammer this one.
Remember, in the second round, went left, stayed left, made 6. Yesterday got it through into the first cut of rough, had a chance to knock it on in 2, just over the green in 2, and took 4 to get down. Made bogeys the last 2 days. That needs to change right here if he's going to win.
Yeah, this hole owes him one. Using the right side of the tee just to open up the dog leg.
Starting on a very aggressive line.
Quite sure.
That was 10 yards left of the previous 2 days.
Don't have to take that much on. There's enough fairway to the right. He has the power to reach from there. It's going to be a battle of the wedges now.
Certainly will need an eagle here.
Better line.
That's much better.
Now hugging the left side. Still trees down there underneath. See him try and force a few tee shots today. Nagasaki also using the left side of the tee.
Got.
And you also not enough height on it. And he's battling just trying to find a full swing. It's not exactly the easiest pitch out into the fairway from that left side. So he is rolling the dice down that left side.
Still baby face, isn't he, Frank?
Yeah, I think he likes the roller coasters, though. That sort of day. But will five be enough? People also in trouble.
Lay. Now this is the eagle putt to get to -12.
Ridge just putting back down to the water here. It should swing pretty hard left to right and be super quick.
Look out. 6 feet.
Gives you an idea, too, the leading group, what they have up ahead. You can't just hit a wedge onto the back of the green and guarantee 2 putts.
Frank wouldn't be surprised to see the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship go to Vietnam someday.
Yeah, a lot of golf courses being built at the highest standard.
We were in Japan last year.
The famed Tahao golf course, which has also hosted great championships. They are choosing venues with the best professionals in place who can gauge this talent. Now, 18, Billy Dallin.
Heading in the water.
The head went down after that ball went in the water. He's had a good week, the young man. He loves coming to this event. This is his favourite event. He said he thinks about it all year long.
Just about every high-level amateur in the region and those who aspire to play at a higher level feel the same way.
This is Billy's third start in this championship. His previous best was 10th. It was at Royal Melbourne 2 years ago.
About Dubai, Frank. Really, the UAE had a significant footprint now in golf for a long time. The AP World Tour has been coming here since 1989. Credit great pal, CEO of the European Tour and the Hall of Famer Ken Schofield. He had the vision.
He certainly did, in more ways than one. In this region. I mean, there's also a rather large country, Oman, which is right next to UAE. There's a lot of countries that sort of want to really get into the game.
World World Tour will play in Abu Dhabi early next month. So Fleetwood there. And then they come to Dubai, Jumeirah Golf Estates right nearby, the Earth Course, where their season ended. The World Tour Championship now left get to 11 under par.
I think we'll keep a look at this guy for future years for sure. Plenty of game. For birdie. Great par.
So Mike Small, head coach at Illinois, has an eye for talent. He's bringing Hai-Hung Lei to Champaign. He's just 17 now, but you'll see him in the college ranks. And now Harry Takis after that all-world shot. Nice way to finish it off. And that's a good week for the rangy Aussie. In a round of 70. For the moment, Harry is tied for third.
Might have been just that one hole yesterday. Rich
made an 8. The 5th hole, quadruple bogey.
That's the tee shot from Katano.
Yeah, he'll be first to play in here to 18, just over 200 yards out. Wind predominantly off the right.
Steve, it's not a straightforward layout because the hole then starts to bend left even further down the fairway.
Correct. The further up you might like to get it, pinches in more and more. Considering the distance is just over 200 yards from Nakano. Nagasaki has 178. FIFA has 156. Are you really going to lay up from there? Coming out low and hot. Does it have enough?
Oh. Stayed up.
Two ripples.
Might have landed right in the front bank, just over the rocks there. I think we can see it now. We get a safe signal from up by the green.
There's a strip of heavier rough that might have held the ball up.
There it is. Inside chance, chip in for eagle. Let's see what Nagasaki and Laopakti do.
There's 178 for Nagasaki. Wind starting to pick up just again. Hard off the right. Line reasonable.
All on the line here.
Correct.
Go! Go!
See up and down from there, that is right in the clip.
There's one agreement there with water. Well, that'll be a nervy hit shot with a one-shot lead.
Now Laopakti, tree right in front of him, about 5, 6, 7 yards. Got to go left or right. Looks like he's going to go right of it. It's got more room to work with there. Ball sitting down again. 1-5-6 to the hole.
It's the thinner portion of the green on the right side.
Coming out low, trying to hook, but staying out.
Oh, you got it.
It's strong.
Take the bunker shot right now. Rich out of the two.
So we got a little bit on right there. One shot back, 20 years old. You can see, so this is a double green here, Frank. 9 and 18.
It's massive. 89 yards per side to side.
Focus shot.
See that, just enjoy it.
Unfortunately, on the upslope, the tie save. Once it gets over the crown of the bunker, it just goes straight downhill. Sort of cut ahead, the group ahead, really yelling how fast it was on that line.
Cut the tension with a knife. It is thick out there.
This will be huge too, Steve. I know you're out there now, but if he can finish with 3 straight birdies, this would be some turnaround for his round.
Yeah, what a statement would do. We saw tremendous golf, an absolute clinic the first 3 days. The talent at Nagasaki has showed that golf can be easy when things are going your way. But we might have learned a whole lot more about him as a person and player today, with the wobbles, with the missteps, finding a way to roll up his sleeves and potentially win this prestigious championship.
Rounds of 67 and 67, and then back that up with 65 at a 5-shot lead coming into this final round. And then it will all evaporate.
Well, it's just a battle from the first hole. He made bogeys on 3 of the first 5. Just a struggle straight out of the gate.
And a huge birdie putt at 16, backed it up with epic tee-ball at 17, and a birdie there. Katano is sizing up his chip shot on Nagasaki.
He's got a couple of options here. He could land the ball on the fringe and let it roll down. Where he's standing right now is flat, so it's a little easier to judge, but it is slightly longer grass.
Yeah, Frank, the lie average of Boston, as we've seen all week long, is a straight downwind, downhill, downgrade, anywhere above the hole, past the hole. Here, teams struggle to keep it close.
He's really focusing on that landing area, so you can't afford to land this from that lie on the downslope. It could take over. But he's going to wait, feet the first.
Blade wide open.
Coming from the side, that wasn't straight downhill.
And now adds a little bit more pressure to the shot of Nagasaki. Frank, I was right behind Keith. I feel like he hit his target within a few inches. Wonderfully played.
You're too far short, just pop to the right. You'll be left with a devilish putt down the hill. But you're just on the flat, got a chance. This is good. This is really good. That is a great shot. So
yesterday, a couple of remarkable chip shots, and now here with everything on the line.
Too hot to.
Great set of hands, to say the least. Now, Katano. 2 is exquisite. Make for FIFA Laopakti to put some pressure on Asia Nagasaki. Great finish here. 16th playing the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
So again, the Majlis course shows you need a little bit of magic around here. Short game, long game. On the finish here allows the theater to happen.
Laopakti has given himself a lot of chances on this back nine. He has showed off his short game and fine style. Boy, if you can get in for birdie first here, Frank, it just amps up the drama a little bit here at the last.
Has to have this for birdie to get to 15 under par. Put the heat on Nagasaki. Nails. What a finish by FIFA Laopakti. He comes home in 5 under 32. That's a round of 68. Now it all falls on the shoulders of the 16-year-old from Japan. Well done, FIFA Laopakti. Whatever happens, rest assured you're going to hear from him in the coming years. Dynamic game, big personality, big smile, and now this is it. This is for the win. So Laopakti minimum is going to a playoff. Nagasaki has to regroup, Frank.
Huge. I was just about to say 3 birdies in a row to finish. That's what champions do. Katano once again third. This championship not finished.
Such a gorgeous chip shot. He birdied 16 and 17. He seemed to have his footing. Now, has to gather. Has to make this to force the playoff. Okay. Extra holes in Dubai. Just like last time. That is a round of 74, 2 over par for Taisei Nagasaki. It had been a 5-shot lead to start the day. FIFA Laopakti was 6 off the pace when we began. He shoots 68. Again, he has a chance to become the first from Thailand to win this championship. Golf in Thailand, you think about the great female players. Gino Titakun is world #1, and this is the pushed into that playoff.
He might have been fortunate with the second shot, Rich, but he needed a great bunker shot to give himself a chance. But still, the putt, it was left begging.
5 feet. Look a little quick to you, a little jabby, Frank.
She thought he hit it on the right line, just it did not turn back. Touch firm.
18 again. More excitement. So Taisei Nagasaki, 16 years old from Japan. FIFA Laopakti, college star in the U.S. from Thailand, 20 years old, battling it out for one of the biggest prizes in amateur golf. It is the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. We're headed to a playoff here in Dubai. The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship is brought to you by Delta Airlines. Delta, keep climbing. 3M Science, applied to life. PwC, we build for what's next so you can get there now. And in partnership with Rolex. Signing their cards, and then we are headed to a playoff. We'll start at the par 5 18th, then a 17, the drivable 4, and if it's still on, 18 yet again. How'd we get here? Well, Taisei Nagasaki had that 5-shot lead, and pretty much all evaporated. We'll take you back to the 15th hole, and here is FIFA Laopakti.
Been struggling to try and take a dent in the lead in a nice tee shot here at the par 3. It still was some 15 feet short. Hadn't really made any putt of significant length.
Some magnificent swings though down the stretch. He was in command, and then finally
this gave him the lead.
What birdie. And Taisei Nagasaki had this for par.
Yeah, he was cruising. And all of a sudden, we had a 2-shot swing.
Hit the edge quite a few times today. Laopakti began 6 off the lead. This was enormous, just to sort of right the ship. Birdie putt at 16, head for home.
Huge bounce back.
Now he regains some momentum. Then at 17, just love this tee shot.
Just took it on, Reg. 300 yards to the front. He's only 16. That shows you how far he can hit it.
Showing some moxie right there. Knocks it on that short par 4. Still work to do.
It's quick around the hole, so he's just trying to cozy it down there. And with FIFA in trouble at the back of the green, it looked like he was going to have a comfortable lead going into 18 until FIFA hit this. Just magic.
The shots they're trying. Sort of stuff that you see from the all-time short game wizards like Sevi and Tiger. And this is as good a pitch shot, Frank, as I think I've seen all year long at any level on any tour.
Yeah, if you'd made the putt with the heading as one of the great up and downs, the chip was beautiful. Speed to, but then FIFA, who was bunkered, exploded to here.
Had to have this to put some pressure on Nagasaki, and he slides it in the left side. 5 birdies, no bogeys on the back 9. 32 in a round of 68, and then this for the win. Hammered it right through in a subtle break. And there it is. It is a round of 74 for Taisei Nagasaki. Painful finish. Disappointed to have only come away with par, and now having to get it done in a playoff. And away they go. So ask you if you have a chance you're going to get in his ear, what would you be telling him right now?
Well, it's too easy to look back to what happened at 18, but you got a 5-shot lead, it's gone. Once again, it looked like he had the championship ball at his fingertips. It's game on. You have to forget how you got there. And right now, he's got to come up with the 2 best swings he's made all day long. You want to talk about this championship too? We didn't have a playoff for what was it, about 11 years. This is the 3rd playoff in the last 5 years.
This is a great playoff hole too, isn't it?
It is. And if they tie this, they'll be going to 17. So you can't back down and expect to win this. Somebody is going to have to win it and take a shot on. Water and play, short of 18. But Rich, I mean, you just got to reiterate, he had the record 17 under through the first 3 rounds. And personally, I thought he was just going to walk away with it. He played so well for 3 days, 5-shot lead.
There they are, those playoff winners, Frank. Yushin Lin won this championship twice. He's from China. Then Keita Nakajima, not far from here, at the Dubai Yacht and Creek Club. That was a thriller. And then I'll always remember Jasper Stubbs beating Wenyi Ding and Samson Zhang, who, by the way, just shot 10 under on the Asian Tour, finished the second this past weekend. It's the Philippines. Big time golf in this region. It's really just a team event over the United States on the LPGA Tour in Korea. The players in the Philippines of note. Dustin Johnson, won by the Filipino. And now you've got one of the biggest amateur championships in the world right here in Dubai.
And it's a coin flip down here at 18. FIFA's had 2 birdies and 2 bogeys. Meanwhile, Nagasaki has had 2 pars and 2 birdies, because it's going to take a birdie, I would imagine. And we'll say it's reachable. Trying to shuttle them back to that tee as quick as possible.
Mentioned Gino Titakun from Thailand, world #1 in women's game. People was asked which player he looks up to most in the world of golf. He said Gino. So Nagasaki for the week is 2 under at 18, and FIFA is even.
Yeah, both made 2 birdies. It's the bogeys, 2 sixes. Laopakti, that was on Friday and yesterday.
You're coming up on 4 o'clock in the afternoon of Sunday here in Dubai, 8 hours ahead of New York. If you're just joining us, it's a good one. Japan, sizable footprint in this championship. Hideki Matsuyama won it twice back-to-back, went on to win the Masters. That's what's on the line, a berth in the Masters. With a winner here, as well the Open at Royal Birkdale. Life changer.
One goes first, one goes second. You guys just choose. One go for 2. 1. 1. Go first.
This is Jim Wu from the RNA. Touring tees there to see who has the honor. Wonderful job. Rules referees this week from around the world. Let's do the players.
Burko, you've covered FIFA, the college golf world in the United States. Just try to convey the sense of excitement around his game in college circles.
Hits it as long as anyone, pound for pound. The longest hitter in college golf, say many. 2 big wins under his belt, and progressively it's getting better. People are taking notice that he is talented and has the ability.
FIFA just needs one more good swing. His tee up some 20 yards, so he can take a lot further left on his dog leg. Yeah, not left anything behind here. Summing up, left over the trees.
That's a better line too, Paul, than in regulation.
Wow, it sure is.
A lot of freedom in that swing, Frank. Under the circumstances, a little bit of mud on the ball, though.
Might be the issue.
Lovely proposition as it is coming over the water on your second shot. Add to it, mud on the ball. Let's see. Now, Taisei Nagasaki
has to forget what happened at the green 5 minutes ago and have the focus that he's got an opportunity to win here in a playoff. Just going to hang up there in that left-hand rough.
Average line.
Yeah,
big advantage to FIFA.
FIFA's having a good time out there.
Yeah, this hole has decided many a championship. Paul just referenced. They pushed the tee up just some 20 yards. But it's the sharpness of the dog leg and the guesswork involved. Run out 300 yards. There is an out of bounds beyond that. That's why the players have been earing a little left. But from here on in, when it starts to open up, you don't really want to lay up on a day like today with this championship on the line. And the hole cut in the front. I think it's safer to hit it behind, but if you've been watching over the last hour or so, it is such a fast putt from above the hole. Someone has to come up with a great second shot here just to get the ball level with the hole, or maybe slightly past. It'll be a big advantage.
You see that smile with FIFA. He has said, quote, I think I play the best when I'm having fun. You and I were talking about that skate, some of the other rising players from UAE, trying to sort of overcome their nerves, sort of new to golf at this level. But we shared the story of Jack Nicklaus, how he handled pressure. And Jack always said 4 or 5 holes to go in a big tournament. I would look around, all the people, all the cameras, and say, this is fun.
Exactly. Billie Jean King in tennis would say pressure is a privilege. But no matter what the sport is, I look at Michael Jordan, tongue hanging out, for example. It means he's more relaxed. You can embrace it. Tiger Woods was the same. He would still fist bump and smile, but they wanted the heat. We got heat right now.
Nagasaki. This is his first appearance at the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship in Japan, with arguably the best national team program in the world, continuing to produce.
Thailand, I think they're following in the footsteps of the great Supriyanshu. Could be about 81 right now. Hopefully he's watching on TV. Supri played in the Masters in 1970, 71. He was the first Thai player ever to play Masters. I think they're trying to follow suit.
Some good players on the men's side. Thongchai Jaibi by Mark Sang. Barn Rat. More in the pipeline. Professional series in Thailand of about 20 events.
We talk about his story. Tossing Nagasaki, his family. He has an older brother, 2 years older. They made a move to Nagasaki.
Let's bring in Burko. What's that lie look like, and you think that Taisei can have a go at it?
He's about 30 yards further back than he was in regulation. 203 cover, 212 to the hole, ball sitting down. Not an ideal lie as he had in regulation. I'd say 50-50 composition. We saw what he did yesterday, laid up, wedged it on, but this is a whole different circumstance right here.
What about to get to the left side of the green, Steve?
That far left corner just over to that water wall, you're looking at about 195. I'm not sure what that lie, again, Frank, sitting down. Trees should not be an issue, but if you're trying to work it to the left side of the green, not sure he's going to be able to turn it that much. They're virtually identical yardage here, so get an official out there to determine who's what.
Distance measuring devices are allowed in this competition. His teammates out for their 7 strong this week.
Youngest of the team has been the best.
First, he was going for a large. Still seems like a good going off to this one, Frank. Yeah, just laying it up.
Hard to argue with that.
He's flying up that spinner. That hole is cut close to the front.
Gally, what about FIFA?
Yeah, FIFA here, 200 with a
cover, 208 to the pin, mark on the right-hand top side of the ball. So this will be unpredictable with the wind coming back into us right to left. If I'm him, I go to the fat part of the ground, say 30 yards left of this ball, give it on the left-hand edge. Let your opponent play the shot of his life.
Not on the right, when he wins ball. There's a tendency to move left.
This one hit it off in the right direction to the hole, just like the pin.
The Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. Nagasaki.
68 yards to the front, 77 all the way back to the ball again, wind off the right, predominantly slightly in.
Too close to the green, and this was struck. Good touch.
Good sense to lay up. May not have had a choice on that second shot, and then exceptional touch here on that third shot. Magnificent short shots here. Span of about 15-20 minutes here at the 18th hole. Bravo, Japan.
Another shot.
This is the 16th playing of this championship. 4 countries have won it: Japan, Australia, China, and South Korea.
Rich, a nice, beautiful gesture there from VV to his playing opponent. He walked down and said, "Hey, great shot." And really well deserved. This putt, an interesting one. There is no definite two-putt in this. It's going to break some 5 to 6 feet left to right. About 15 feet into the putt, there is a ridge there that will sling it hard right to left. And it's all speed. The last 25 feet of this part is straight downhill, heading towards that water.
To say the least, a nervy 3.5 feet or so, 4 feet maybe. In all likelihood, extend to a second playoff hole, which would be the 17th.
This is the exact same line we saw a little earlier for Nagasaki, and he expected that ball to break right. It didn't.
It definitely is a speed putt, this. I think it's one that you just got to creep in left to right. I'm standing directly behind him at the moment, and it does look left to right. So if this has got any speed on it, it will stay out to the left. It has to just creep a little bit left to right. Or you take the solid line and go firm into the back. Neither of these players are showing any form of nerves at all. What would it be like to be 16 again?
He was up to it in regulation. Will he be again? Nerves of a 20-year-old. Don't go anywhere. Excitement, drama continuing. Continuing on the drop for 17. That's some birdie right there by Taisei Nagasaki.
Two great fours. They both deserve to go on after that. Amazing play. The way in which they've played these last few holes, but this shot here with everything on the line, such little green to work with from this angle. Sophisticated levels of short game prowess we're seeing. Just a variety of shots. Which you would see not only from seasoned professionals. So matching birdies at that par 5. And now to 17. Both couple under par for the week. We just saw Nagasaki hit one of the best drives of the week on this hole. And also in regulation, we saw one of the great pitch shots from over the back of the green from FIFA. So no advantage for either player here. Yards as the crow flies to the front of this par 4 green. Birdies in their favor.
That Bedouin-style clubhouse, you know exactly where we are. If you've been following golf as you and I have, Frank, for all these years, right away it says Dubai. So let's try to win where Seve and Giels and Freddie Couples, Pavel, Mira, Tiger, Rory, and DeChambeau all have won this golf course.
And they've also won in similar fashion by going for it. FIFA.
This is a great look here at all the crowd from behind 18 is now behind the 17th tee watching these tee shots. Only 300 at the front. They can hoist this up over the trees in front and land it on this green. He's had 2 birdies this week and 2 pars.
That super wide stance just rips it.
Bold. That short game will be tested. He's been up to it.
And so too is Nagasaki the last few holes. That third shot showed us a lot. The second shot showed the discipline to stay true to his game plan, leaning in his strengths and not what could be a guessing game. Needs another quality T1 here to answer FIFA.
Big advantage FIFA there, less room to work with. It's Asia. But this was a laser here, Rich, from FIFA. Everyone's going for a little extra. Lucky that flew all the way on the green. Raved about this golf swing during the course of the week. Slightly bent left arm. We see that with a lot of the players out here these days. But zero hesitation.
There's so much to like about FIFA Laopakti. Not just the golf swing, the power, it's the spirit, the joy that he plays with. This was in regulation after driving it to this point. Taisei Nagasaki, no easy up and in from that spot. He did make that for the birdie 3. And then FIFA, this is just as good as it gets.
Had to land this on a bottle cap. Was about how much green he had. Two great threes came at the right time. And that's why they have separated themselves from the pack, that's for sure. Tied at 15 under in regulation play.
Two different builds. FIFA is lanky. Taisei's like a fire hydrant. Strong lower base. And his coach is back in Japan. Excited because they think he is going to grow. Two of the best young talents in the world.
For 4 years older, 20. He's played in this championship 3 previous times. It's Taisei, his first ever start here.
He would be the first from his country to win the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. It would be, as we said earlier, the 5th different country to have won it. You see all that is at stake. That's what it's all about. Chairman Emeritus Billy Main first conceived of this, launched in 2009, talking very simply about creating heroes. The impact this would have back in Thailand on junior golf. Japan, great samurai culture. Senior members of the group of the team establish the right way to go about your business, follow in their footsteps, and that's what they've consistently done. Taisei's talked about emulating the Nakajima. From Japan to win this title. Here we go, Herco. What's he looking at here?
Ball sitting down, Rich. He's got about 4 or 5 yards of rough to carry. You see him walking up there trying to find the ideal landing spot. Then about 3 to 4 paces of the fringe. I would think right about there would be the ultimate landing spot for him. The good news, he has plenty of green with which to work, but the lie far from ideal.
Shot out of a bunker, having to trust the amount of grass getting between the ball and the club face. Ran beautifully.
Again,
this club under the ball about 8 feet to land it onto the green, but there's a little bit of rise at the back of the green. Kick it forward.
Look out. I mean, yeah, just let's applaud everybody. Rory McIlroy won a record 4 times on this golf course, told our crews that he would be watching the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. And Rory's watching. In fact, he has to be impressed. We all are. This day started off, Frank, with guys sort of scuffling. Maybe they were feeling the pressure. There were a lot of missed putts, but it has really picked up in the last hour or so.
The closer they got to the clubhouse, the closer they got to the trophy, the better they've played.
Gowie, you've played golf at the highest levels. What do you think of what you're seeing?
Oh, this is all class. As Frank said, the closer they've got to the trophy, the better they've got, which is a good sign for their future of golf, because they can handle the pressure that's required to play at the highest level. And you know, this short game is immaculate. You know, they weren't easy chips at all.
This isn't an easy putt under the circumstances.
It's certainly not. You know, we always talk about going through your processes, but this is a must. I like how he tucks his head down and he stays still over this ball.
Solid yet again. Clean up work for Nagasaki. Can you take this to a 3rd extra hole and go to the 18th one more time? Burko?
And Rich, to add to your point about the stellar play over the last hour, it's been a response and then followed by another response, toe-to-toe, exactly what you would want with a championship of this magnitude on the line.
Okay. A couple of great threes at that par 4 17th. Again to the par 5 18th.
Nothing but birdies so far.
Nagasaki birdie. Matched by FIFA Laopakti. Frank, you've been doing this championship since the very beginning. You've seen the level of play get better.
Yes, and they have the ability to improve on previous generations. Talked about the standout being Hideki Matsuyama, a 2-time winner. He stayed for another year because he wanted to make a dream big by a 14-year-old. On Chinalong, we know the story, youngest player ever to win Augusta National. And we continue to tell those type of stories. You come in this week, often you bypass the 16-year-olds. We had a 13-year-old this week. You only look for the more experienced players, and more often than not, you come Sunday, you're wrong. The 16-year-old playing here for the very, very first time. That broke a record after 54 holes, and is still standing strong right here, and we still do not know who will win this.
Second time we have come to Dubai. 1980s, this was nothing but desert. One lane to Abu Dhabi. It was a quaint fishing village known for pearl diving. Discovered oil in the 60s. The UAE came together in the 1970s. Golf, a big part of the development. Here we are. It's a vibrant, dynamic city. And now, big tee shot for FIFA Laopakti.
Question is, how much do you want to chew off so you can get the ball further down? Taking a very similar line here.
Just watching swinging.
It's even better than the first time. Further down, just ran through a touch.
Taisei Nagasaki, boy, that is close. A couple of bounces away.
Nagasaki's missed the fairway here at 18 twice over the last hour. Let's see if he can change that.
On the right side.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. What do you want?
So this was the first playoff hole. This was one of the best shots of the tournament.
He was forced to lay it up and try.
Now Laopakti here in 2. Almost certainly has to get it up and in. Great touch. He would make that, and then they go to the second playoff hole, 17.
Fluffy line. Very firm green. Hard to do better than that. His short game, exquisite all way.
Really is. And both guys. And so they would make birdie at 17. High level stuff. Birdie, birdie. And here we are at the 3rd extra hole. It is the 18th. It's a long day in the high heat. Stay hydrated. And keep the belly full.
Tifa nearly ran out down that right side and pushed the tee up 20 yards forward. It's still over 310 to the water down the right side. So when he hit that, he thought it was probably not much in that. That's for sure. It's going to have less than 200 yards in that position.
We've seen a lot of drama through the years here, Frank, at this 18th hole. In the professional ranks and now at the Asia Pacific.
It's become quite famous in a very short period of time. There's a plaque about 235 yards away, which is further away than what these 2 youngsters have. Colin Montgomery hit a driver off the deck.
In 1996, that driver looked like today's 5-wood.
Actually, they had some of the young players in the field that tried to emulate that shot earlier in the week, so it was nice. It was fun. You saw it on social media. Tiger Woods made the famous eagle. He shot 65 to win around here, beating Henrik Stenson and Ernie Els. McIlroy got his first win at this very golf course in the DP World Tour.
Dubai Desert Classic back here middle of January. McIlroy is many the great stars will tee it up. I love it in Dubai. How about this second shot?
Yeah, for Nagasaki, in fact, not too far from that back. Wasn't his best. 239 front, 248 to the hole, wind off the right and slightly in. This is a whole lot different than what he had in regulation in the first extra hole. He's got a decision to make. His head cover is coming off.
You like this, Frank? I mean, he just made birdie going up.
I like everything these boys are doing up there. Just wants to recheck that number, right?
You think it's the right play?
I think it has to be line. I mean, Thief is so far down. I'm guessing they can pull a nugget there, 30, 40 yards closer.
How about 60, Frank? That ball really catapulted towards that water. It's lucky to stop. It's lucky to have that really big and rough to stop it. 60 yards the difference.
So I think that's also forcing the decision.
And the wind freshening as well. It's picked up here in the last 30 seconds.
It's go time.
Stepping it out to the left, staying out there.
Just looking up the full width of the green.
That line makes a lot of work up, and it is dry.
The second shot is risky, doesn't know where you play it from. amazing, son. Beautiful. Picture from our crew that worked so hard all week. Fantastic work.
188 here. I guess with Nagasaki left, he'll probably be a little bit more left on his pin. This pin going a little bit right to left, as Steve said. It's got a little bit up that flag. It looks absolutely still. This one headed a little right, turning back right to left. Needs to go. Stay up. It did. That did stay up.
Did you mention Freddie Copeland won here?
Wearing Taro.
Wow, that was close. Boy, need a little bit of luck.
Oh, in that situation, the ball slightly below his feet, that awkward angle.
Jammed into the bank there.
That's a fairly straightforward chip.
Still, you cannot get that smile off his face. The real intensity to Taisei Nagasaki. This is a walk of a man who's ready to join the fight.
He just looked across, you could see, saw that FIFA's ball was dry.
Last hour. Watching these two guys on this famous course where so much has happened through the years. You didn't know any better. You're watching two of the best in the world. Certainly the resumes are different. The level of play has been an exceptional standard in the last hour or so.
Yeah, the ages have almost been irrelevant. You go back to FIFA, for example, looked out of it when you come at 15. He'd have been in 3 of his last 5 holes to post his score at 15 under. And Taisei didn't back down either. I mean, 2 birdies in the last 3 holes. So
what can't be lost is this is the largest global audience in amateur golf. So somewhere, youngsters with their parents are likely watching this,
saying, I can do that.
That's why they created it. How about the shot facing FIFA, Gally?
In FIFA here, the ball was actually bowling well. I just asked his caddy, Santiago, who was his roommate at college. He said the ball struck 6 there, just didn't quite fly the distance. It was probably 3 or 4 metres. Probably less 4 metres would be perfect, but the ball is like, it's a simple chip, but under the circumstances.
Burko, how about Taisei Nagasaki?
Ball sitting down ever so slightly. A shot in the neighborhood of 54 yards all the way to that hole location. Frank hit on it. If you're going to miss it left, plenty of green with which to work on. You have 25 yards to reach the putting surface, another 29 to the hole location. That should move from left to right.
He can use the slope from the high side to allow that ball to roll down towards the flag.
Has been a short game play. Laopakti, see if he can capitalize. Take advantage of that. Nice break. Bang. He did.
Because I reckon Nagasaki is still away by at least 8 to 10 feet here. Looks like FIFA's going to go ahead. He must have left the club in hand here. He'll just keep his weight forward and just drop his club down. He's got to keep moving.
stone wall, soft hands. He's chased all day. He's never had the outright lead today.
He's 6 shots back to start. Already 4 of his last 6, including 17 and 18. 32 coming in, 5 under. Now 68. And birdie in the first 2 holes of the playoffs. Now maybe a third consecutive one. And perhaps the clinching birdie. We'll see. Taisei Nagasaki have something special in store.
He will certainly need it. A much longer putt than he would have anticipated. And give credit to him, despite the up and down day, he never fell out of that top spot, a share of that lead. But I'm not sure 6 hours ago he would have thought he would have had to make this to even have a chance.
Has the speed. Good effort that was. Turned out to be a disappointment in the end. Given that he had that 5-shot lead to start the day.
I don't think he's lost his turn, Rich. It's a bit of pill right now.
Did show plenty of heart in fighting back. 16-17 in regulation. This for par. Okay. So now with the Laopakti, short putt for birdie and the win. Asia Pacific Amateur Championship, and he does it in a thrilling playoff with an exceptional display of golf. So much to love about FIFA's game and his attitude, his spirit.
He never gave up. He got the slightest of the opportunities. And he's now got the second biggest comeback in this championship. 6 shots behind. That's what happened with Jasper Stubbs in Australia a couple of years ago. Katano just went. He closed it.
Yes! Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to get you quickly to
That was someday, Frank. So many wonderful shots. Players performing under pressure. Let's go down to Brooklyn.
Alongside Taisei Nagasaki, who created some great theater on this Sunday, how would you describe the emotions of this final round where you began with the 5-shot lead, but to fall just short in the end?
5ストロークリードから始まった今日の、第4ラウンドなんですけれども、終わってみて、今の気持ちはどうですか？
そうですね、本当に3日目良かっただけに本当に悔しいです。
Straight away, I'm very disappointed myself because of I had a really good runs race. Yeah, that's it.
What was going on the inside as your lead started to disappear, but then you made birdies at 16 and 17 in regulation to give yourself a chance and show a lot of fight?
昨日までのリードがちょっと難しい耐えるのが難しいような感じで、ただ15番以降は本当にそれがまたリカバリーしたと思うんですけれども、この、今日のラウンドを振り返ってみていかがですか？
そうですね、今日は本当に序盤から苦しいゴルフ続いてて本当に悔しいです。
Again, like I'm very disappointed myself. Like really struggled to make a score today. So yeah, I feel like really disappointed.
You should be very proud of your efforts all week long. You made a lot of great fans out here. All the best. Thank you so much. Rich.
I love Taisei Nagasaki playing.
Yep.
All right. When he gets back here, I think he will. 18th hole, his second shot.
You can look at this 2 irons, Rich. There's a yard in it. It worked in Thailand's favour.
And his touch was just so good all day long.
Magic. Let's get the number of great shots and see what he brings this week.
Resonates certainly all across the Asia Pacific region. And good buddies there. They're all going to celebrate into the night.
It's a new generation.
And it is, worth highlighting what Chairman Ridley said last night at the gala, talking about the power of friendships we all make through golf. He urged the players to stay involved in the game, encouraged others to play it, because golf is a gift that keeps giving. You also know at this level, though, Frank, it can be painful.
Yeah, we saw both.
And so he's off to the Masters. He's got enough game, Frank, to maybe make the cut at Augusta National. Open Championship as well at Royal Birkdale. And with more, let's go down to Amanda Balionis.
FIFA Laopakti, that was an incredible performance. You began the day 6 strokes off the lead. Start talking to us about the mindset at the beginning of the day and what you're most proud of in terms of the way you fought back to win this championship.
Yeah, I mean, I still stick to the mindset and the game plan that I created start of the week. Just staying present, process only, have fun out there, and having have fun with my caddy, just enjoying golf. You just go shot by shot, hole by hole, and I'm just proud that I did all that on the back nine, especially. Yeah. I mean, after I finished the 80, I didn't even know I shot 5 under par on the back nine. I was just like, I was just laughing at my caddy. Oh, I shot 5 under par on the back nine. I mean, but yeah, it was just amazing golf on back nine. Shout out to Taisei as well. He made my life so hard. It was a pretty amazing battle between me, him, and Vintaro as well. I mean, I'm just speechless.
It was an incredible performance. You are now the first player from Thailand to win this championship. What does it mean for you to represent your country as you just earned an invitation into the Masters and, of course, the Open Championship?
It's unreal. I think I told my caddy or my coach Thurman that I'll win this event and I will be the first Thai amateur to play in the Master. And I think, Coach, I did it.
We did ask your coach earlier this week, what are you going to tell FIFA? He said, I don't need to tell him anything. He knows exactly what to do, and you proved him right. Congratulations. Enjoyed this one. Now, it's an honor to represent and welcome Taimur Hassan Amin, so you can present the trophy.
That was just a great week. And so first ever from Thailand.
Start to finish, Rich. We were here 4 years ago. There was a playoff. This time the playoff went even further. But we do have a 16-year-old. I know he wasn't a victor today. He can be proud. But in the end, Thailand. The small, Rich, it really is. And not beaming right now.
You mentioned that he highlights of Gina Tiddleton. We're looking at the women's game. She won the inaugural Women's Amateur Asia Pacific back in 2018. And this has been a for a long time. A lot of those other phenomenal short shots that he gets in Thailand. Great thanks to our gracious hosts here in Dubai, Mustafa Al-Hashmi and Chris May at Dubai Golf and Emirates Golf Club. General Abdullah Al-Hashmi and everyone at the Emirates Golf Confederation. What a week it's been. Masters Tournament Chairman Fred Ridley and the dedicated members of Augusta National for their unwavering commitment to grow this great game. Thanks as well, Martin Hattrell, Mark Darvin of the RNA for the good work they continue to do, raising the standards of championship play around the world. How's that? He's headed to Augusta National for the Masters in April. And then, outside of Liverpool, the 154th Open, Rory and Tiger and Bobby Jones have all won Royal Birkdale. And again, thanks to Timer Hassan Amin of the Asia Pacific Golf Confederation, invaluable in the rise of this championship since its inception. And as always, great thanks to producer Sellers Shine, director Mike Crow, leading all the hardworking women and men in the truck and on the ground. For Frank Nobilo, Steve Burkowski, Paul Gow, and Amanda Balionis, I'm Rich Lerner. So long from magical Dubai, where FIFA Laopakti of Thailand has won the 2025 Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.